anticipated moment in racing.
You are the man. Two-time, baby!
It was a bad week for New York, so what? I got a whole week to make it better, Tim Hardaway.
You got a whole week.
Anyhow, good morning. Welcome. Hope you had a great weekend. It is the Carton Show, NBA Hall of Famer. Oh, boy, the shill, the fan, the front runner is right here. That's Tim Hardaway. That's Cody Decker. Congratulations. Your Miami Heat
It's only
won
one game. It's one game. It's only one game. But you know what? It's a great start.
It is a great start. Yeah, sure. It's one game, though. You got one. You got to win four. You got to win four, Tim Hardaway. Anyhow, glad to have you here. Why don't we start you off with a little something we call Monday morning?
Oh, no. Forget all that. Give me my lights.
Excuse me?
Give me my lights.
Your lights.
Yes. My music. Yeah. Yeah.
You have your own lights and music?
I got my own lights and music.
I got to start coming to meetings.
Yeah.
You won a single game. You know what you're doing?
Hey,
you're touching the money. That's all you're doing.
It's a great start. It's a great start.
Touch the money. Keep touching it.
You know what they say? They say the series don't get started
I
until
know.
when?
Until you win a game on the road.
Hey.
Oh, no. Yeah, they also say guys who retired 10 years ago shouldn't wear jerseys that don't fit them.
That's a long story, but hey, I got it on.
Yeah, that's a long buffet line is what that is. All right, let's get you started with Monday morning headlines. There you go. Yep, listen, can't deny it. The Miami Heat took care of business. They take home court advantage away from the Knicks. The Knicks did not play great defense. They couldn't shoot for a lick. And all of a sudden, you got guys, not just Jimmy Butler, playing big minutes, scoring big baskets. And they overcame a 12-point deficit and wound up beating the Knicks at the Garden.
Like Jimmy says all the time, we can go anywhere, any place. No matter where it's at, we have confidence in ourselves. We're going to come out here and play Miami Heat basketball no matter what. And we're going to stay the course for 48 minutes, and that's what they did. They didn't get rattled when they was down 12 in a hostile environment. They just stayed the course, played their game, and everybody showed up. And we get more into that.
Yeah, look, Knicks scored 46 points in the second half, and they were, 7 for 34 from behind the arc. Memo to the Knicks. Stop shooting threes if you can't make them, right?
True.
And when Obi Toppin takes double-digit three-pointers in the game, you know you got yourself a problem.
Yeah, you got a problem.
So give Miami credit. They win game one. Game two is tomorrow night. We'll get knee-deep into this because Tim and I are going to be battling all week. His Heat, my Knicks. Cody's not involved. And that's coming up throughout the show. Headline number two. I know Cody has a take on this because Steph Curry selfishly dropped 50 yesterday as the Golden State Warriors beat the Sacramento Kings in Sacramento. Hold on, you can't.
Hey, I can't lose. I can't lose.
Yeah, you can.
I cannot lose.
Golden State advances
Warriors.
to face the LA Lakers.
Yes.
Yeah, so much for being a lousy road team, huh?
Hey, I had a great weekend.
Yes, you did.
I had a great weekend. You know, Steph going there dropping 50. 50. You know, he put him on his back. He saw that Clay
was
Wiggins,
terrible yesterday.
You know, they didn't play well, and the team just kept playing good defense, and Steph just putting him on his back and just started making shots after shots after shots. And you saw Steph, you saw his charisma. Did you see his confidence out there?
Yes, I saw all of it.
Did you see him out there smiling while he was playing? He had a great time.
He was only, by the way, people think he was smiling at the free throw line because he knew he was going for 50. Right. He was smiling because he missed free throws. And he felt right.
Exactly.
He missed like something I've never seen.
Right.
He missed 2 free throws, back to back. It was like, oh, never saw that. So he was laughing at himself. But he dropped 50. No reason for him to drop 50. They were up by 20 with 3 minutes to go. And Steph Curry's still in the game making layups, meaning that it was important for them for him to get the all-time record, most points in a Game 7.
Yes, very important. They told him he was like 5 or 6 away from there. He dropped a 3, then he went to the hole, made a couple of layups.
And then he came out.
Then he came out. I mean, the coaching staff and the statisticians are aware of that. And so they go up to the coach and they say, look, do you want him to break the record? Or do you
so that does happen,
Yeah,
huh?
that does happen.
Okay.
And then they say, Steph, what you want to do? Steph, of course, he said, I want to break this record.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because the game was out of control.
It was done.
They're up 20 with like 6 minutes to go.
Right.
And I'm saying to myself, at what point are they going to take him out of the game? Because during the game, I thought they did a good job on TV. At one point, Steve Kerr says to him, look, we got all our timeouts. I'm going to use one or two just to get you a breath.
Yes.
And then, of course, they got him 50, and then he comes out, which sets up headline number 3, the matchup everybody wanted. Now, on paper, if I told you were going to be getting, a 6 seed against a 7 seed in the second round of the playoffs, you might say, I ain't got no interest in that. But when it's Lakers and Warriors and LeBron and Steph, we want all that smoke.
We want all that smoke.
Yes.
We want it all. This is going to be an epic series. TV is going to be, ratings is going to be high.
Yes.
And that's what we want. And that's what the NBA wants. And, it's going to be a fun series, back and forth. But, we know Steph going to come. We know LeBron going to come. We got to see AD bring it. We want to see Clay bring it. We want to see Wiggins bring it.
Sure.
And we want to see all the other guys bring it. That's what's going to make it fun. Who's going to step up? But we know Steph and LeBron is going to step up.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else. A lot of people are going to make a big deal about the fact the Lakers won 3 out of 4 during the regular season. To me, that means nothing. You're talking about 2 totally different teams, health-wise, availability-wise. You are starting from scratch. And by the way, these teams know each other very well. It's all veteran guys. And if the NBA could have scripted it, this would be the script. Lakers, Warriors for the right to go to the Western Conference Finals and a destiny with the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals about a month later.
Can I have my lights, please, and my music, please? I don't want to hear that.
We're not giving you lights and music every time you call for it, I don't think.
Why not?
If we are, there'll be a meeting after the show.
Yes, give those lights.
Here we go.
Thank God, no blue and orange today.
I'm just happy I can't hear the music because I don't know what it is. All right? And that brings us to your final headline today. I knew I was going to be in trouble all week. I just knew it.
It's going to be amazing.
I said, is anybody else in or just Timmy today? They go, no, just you and Tim. I'm like, oh, man. Headline number 4, believe it or not, comes from the world of the NHL. Even Giannis says this is a failure. The biggest choke job of all time. The greatest regular season ever. The Boston Bruins blow a 3-1 lead. They lose Game 5. They lose Game 6. And then last night in overtime at home, they lose Game 7. And the Boston Bruins have been eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Oh,
yeah.
poor them.
Yes, you can't wish for more bad things to happen to the city of Boston, right?
They also had a goal taken away from a game-tying goal
Let's
taken
not
away
pretend
from
like anybody watched it.
I know,
right?
I'm just saying.
Let's just acknowledge how it ended.
It's hilarious.
I've been in that predicament before.
You blew a 3-1 lead?
Yeah, we blew a 3-1 lead.
Yeah,
no, we didn't. No, we came back from a 3-1 lead.
Okay.
That was that.
Yes, I'm well aware of what it was.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
So I've never been in a, down. Up 3-1 and the team come and get me. So that's kind of demoralizing for each game. You get what, TBS.
Tight booty syndrome.
It happens.
That's exactly what they got.
Boston was
so
doing,
meanwhile, in a 24-hour span, both in, I think, Game 7 overtimes, last year's Stanley Cup champion is out, and the team with the best record in the history of the NHL also eliminated in the first round. So there's your NHL talk for the month. Great. Coming up, much more on the Knicks and the Heat and how did Miami steal game number 1 at Madison Square Garden in front of the number 1 biggest front-running weasel as a fan that has ever sat down inside the Garden. After this on FS1.
The all-new Chevy Colorado is made for more. Bring more. Do more. See more.
Got my baby sitting by me, shining like a diamond.
And be more.
Only silver linings in the clouds. Mama, Chevy, but it's ready.
The all-new Chevy Colorado, made for more.
This week is your chance to try any Subway footlong for free, like the Subway Series menu. Just buy any footlong in the app and get one free. Everyone loves free stuff, Chuck.
Can we get paid in a foot long?
Get it before it's gone on the Subway app.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
We need a clutch hit. Derek Jeter.
Hang in there, rookie.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. No matter your industry, Grainger's here for you with professional-grade supplies. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
AG1 is so much more than a greens powder. In one single scoop, it delivers daily multivitamins, pre- and probiotics, stress adaptogens, and yes, greens. Start your journey at athleticgreens.com.
Back when I had a working circulatory system, you had to give your right arm to find great talent. But with Upwork, there's highly skilled talent from all over the globe, right at your fingertips.
This is how we work now.
Anyone who's ever sold a home can tell you it is really hard, and it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. That's why who you work with matters. Together with Homelight, we take care of every detail, from staging to showing to negotiating to closing. We've helped thousands of people sell faster and for the best price. It's a win-win.
Guys, these soaps are full of harsh chemicals that make you smell worse. Dr. Squatch is made from natural ingredients like shea butter and olive oil, and scents are amazing. My favorites are pine tar and wood-barrel bourbon. You've got to try this at drsquatch.com.
Everybody's going to have some type of success, but are you complacent with that? Or do you want more? This fuel, this energy, knowing that it takes work, knowing that you're going to have a different type of ethic, that's what's going to separate you from the next guy. That's what pushes you over the top.
The battle is on to qualify for the FIFA Club World Cup. The Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League semifinals tomorrow and Wednesday on FS1.
The race to win my cash is on with the Fox Bet Super 6 Stage 2 contest. Download the free-to-play Super 6 app and pick 6 Stage 2 outcomes for your shot to win.
They say in life that timing is everything. How being in the right place at the wrong time can tragically change your life. Because a truck driver is texting or watching videos instead of paying attention. And when that happens, timing is more critical than ever. To preserve the electronic evidence before it gets wiped away. If you're the victim of negligence, call one of the most successful and experienced injury lawyers around. Kenneth Allen Law Group. Call before your time runs out.
When it comes to authentic tortilla chips, El Ranchero is #1 in Chicagoland. El Ranchero is the perfect dip chip.
Carton Show. All right, that's what we're doing. We're really setting us up to battle one another. Here's the funny thing. I don't think the Heat win another game in this series.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's
wow.
right. Because if you break down what happened in Game 1, yes, the Heat won. Give them all the credit. They earned it. They deserved it. But if you're basing a future prediction on this series on Gabe Vincent, scoring 20 points, on Kevin Love giving you, good minutes as a starter, by the way, of Josh Hart only scoring 10 points, of the Knicks going, 7 for 34 from behind the arc, you're crazy. That was an outlier game. That was an aberration of what's going to happen the rest of the series. Congrats on your one win. You ain't getting two. It's a wrap.
So you saying the Miami Heat is not going to win another game in this series?
It's a wrap, Timmy. You know it in your heart.
Okay.
They stole Game 1, and I give them credit. They were not overwhelmed by the crowd. Great crowd at the Garden yesterday. 1 o'clock game, which I hate, but normally benefits the Knicks.
Me too.
Sundays at 1 o'clock, right? Jimmy Butler rolls the ankle. He's fine. We all know he's going to be fine.
Yeah, he's coming
that
back.
dude's an assassin, right?
Yes.
But you got an outlier game from a lot of guys. You have some dude named Strudel that was making shots yesterday.
Every game is different.
Yeah.
Every game is Strauss. Every game is different, all right?
Strauss.
Strauss. But
Strudel.
Every game is different. So your team has to come and play each and every game the same, and different people are going to step up and make shots and make plays. That's what happened against the Milwaukee Bucks. We knew that Jimmy Butler was going to come and play each and every game, but somebody else stepped up. Bam Adebayo didn't have a great series last series,
right?
But yesterday he came
had
in
what 16 and 8 yesterday,
yep. And he played a good game. So the Knicks. We got to understand the Knicks missing Randall.
I will say this. Unlike the series against the Cavs, where our guard play, the Knicks guard play, just dominated the guard play, and we didn't expect that against the Cavs. You learned a valuable lesson yesterday. The New York Knicks need Julius Randle in this series. Because whether it's Bam or I don't even think Kevin Love would guard him, but whatever big you have in Miami, they're going to struggle against what Julius Randle does. And I never thought I would say that, but I need my man back. I need the big fella back for game 2.
Yeah, you need him to get back for game 2. Hopefully he is healthy and ready to go.
I guarantee he's playing in game 2.
I hope so, because he's a big, intricate part of the New York Knicks basketball team. He makes plays, he makes shots. And you got to understand, against the Miami Heat, in 2 games, he averaged like 30 points for those 2 games and has shot a great percentage.
Yeah, he's a problem for Miami.
He's a big problem for Miami. But I will tell you this, the Miami Heat culture. They come in and they play the same way. They play the same way each and every game. You saw it against Milwaukee. You saw it yesterday in the Guard. Nothing fazed them. And it was a hostile environment.
The Knicks crowd was great.
It was great.
I thought the Knicks.
But Eric Spoelstra has his team ready to come out here and play in that type of hostile environment.
Listen, I thought if you want to look at a 10-minute span where the Knicks lost the game, it was kind of the final 3 minutes of the first half. When they had a 9-point lead, they never advanced that lead in that moment. They had it up to 12 earlier in the second quarter, and then the first 5 minutes of the second half. That third quarter, the Heat dominated. The Knicks couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. They also showed no defensive awareness on long outlet passes, even after makes, which is not New York Knicks basketball. And you had some great games from guys that normally don't give you great offensive games.
Exactly.
So I think when you take a look at that, I ain't worried. I ain't worried one bit.
I come in today.
You come in busting my chops, so that's all you've done.
But
You've awoken an animal.
But we know it is one game.
One game.
But tomorrow, all eyes are going to be on the game.
Look,
and when we win again tomorrow, what are you going to say on Wednesday?
If you win tomorrow, then I got to take a look at the series with a little different eye. All right? But here's the beauty of it. We're worried about tomorrow. Right now, I got to figure out how my Knicks regroup. And to me, it's not even that hard. Josh Hart had a bad offensive game. Jalen Brunson, although he had 25 points, if you look at it, all those points are in the paint, believe it or not. And when you're jacking up threes and you can't make threes, here's the memo. Stop jacking up threes. This ain't about R.J. Barrett. This ain't about Obi Toppin. This is a collective. When you cannot make three-point shots, stop shooting three-point shots.
I agree.
It ain't that difficult.
I agree with you, and I say that about all teams. It's just not the New York Knicks. It's the Miami Heat. It's the Phoenix Suns. It's the Memphis Grizzlies. Whoever it is, if you are not making threes, stop shooting threes and go to the hole. Take a page out of the Golden State Warriors. When they not shooting threes well, go to the hole, get something easy, make it possible for you all to stay in the game and win at the end of the game. So, yes, that's what these teams have to learn. But the Knicks, it's just one game. And all teams go through this.
Yes.
All teams go through a shooting slump, one game. You just don't want it to be 2 games.
You and I talked on Thursday that one of the interesting parts of Miami versus New York is that offensively, both of them will go 4 or 5 minutes and just not score.
Correct.
That has been both their teams' problems throughout the year. Unfortunately, you saw it early with the Heat.
Yesterday.
The Knicks couldn't run away with it. And I will say this about the Miami Heat. They're like cockroaches, right?
Okay.
No matter how far you get them down.
We keep
And
coming.
I got to say, I respect this about the Miami Heat. They keep coming at you.
keep coming.
Just like cockroaches, they're never dead. Like if you go back to the Milwaukee series, down 12, came back. Down 14, came back. And now in game 1, all they was early. The Knicks had a 12-point lead.
And Strus had a bad first half too. And
Talk
he
to me
just
about
he
Strus.
was just shooting it. He was just shooting it. He was just letting it go with confidence.
Look.
They knew he was right there, and he was just confidence. Kyle Lowry.
Yeah,
coming
that's
off the
another thing.
bench.
Kyle Lowry at 18 points. That's never going to happen again.
It's not going to never
Not
happen.
in this series, no.
Oh, wow.
Kyle Lowry.
You just think that it's just going to open up and the Heat just going to fall through. And
I think it's a wrap. I think the series is over. Is what I think. I think the New York Knicks win 4 straight.
Wow.
And the last time I predicted that, it was the Phoenix Suns winning 4 straight against the Clippers. And oh, by the way, I got that right. That's what I do. So I see game 1 as a gift to you because we're friends now. And I don't want you to be upset. I want you to come and work happy.
I'm very happy today.
Yeah, I know you are.
And I'm going to be happy on Wednesday.
You're not going to be happy. Wednesday's going to be a tough show because I'm going to be obnoxious. I'm going to be obnoxious on Wednesday when the Knicks win by 20 and the Heat don't score 90 points.
There's a serious chance that Wednesday might be the worst day for you, Tim Hardaway.
It could be.
Yeah.
But it's not Wednesday. What day is? What's the day?
Today is Monday.
Today is Monday. And what happened yesterday?
You got me right now.
Okay.
You got me right now. By the way, and I'm glad you wore that. I deserve that.
Yes.
I deserve that. But I got some surprises for you, too.
That's okay.
All right?
Okay. I'm ready for it.
I hope you are.
I'm very ready.
I hope you are.
If I can give it, I can take it.
You know, if you can't take it, you can't give it.
Correct.
That's a rule on this show. We got much more on getting ready for Game 2, Miami Knicks. By the way, I teased going into the break that there was a front-running Weasel fan at Madison Square Garden for the game yesterday. His name is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers went to the Ranger game the night before. Figured, they're free, I'll come back again. And there he is, Aaron Rodgers. Mind you that Aaron Rodgers is the part owner of the Milwaukee Bucks. But when the Knicks say, here's free tickets, and oh, by the way, bring Alan Lazard with you. That's what guys do these days. They love the freebies. They love showing up. That guy right there is not a Knick fan. It's one thing to go to a Ranger game and pretend like you're a Ranger fan when you don't have a hockey team. I don't want that guy in my building for Knick games.
Oh, stop it.
I want him right there. I'm good with him at Ranger games.
Why?
Because he's a Buck fan.
He's not a Buck fan.
I can't have my starting quarterback pretending to be a Knick fan when I know in his heart he's a Milwaukee Buck fan.
Wasn't Alec Rodriguez there yesterday?
Yes.
And he's
the owner of the Timberwolves. Yeah. Well, so if you give me free tickets, I take it.
Okay. All right. You don't have a problem with him being there?
Well, listen, that's A-Rod just being A-Rod, right?
I know.
A-Rod at least played for the Yankees and won a World Series,
He's played for the Jets.
Not yet, he's not.
Oh, come on.
Not yet, he's
when
not.
are you going to finally jump on the bandwagon of Aaron Rodgers?
The first Sunday after Labor Day. I'm going to be all in on Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, but from now till then until go to the Ranger game. Sing the Ranger Gold song. I'm good with it, but don't act like you're a Knick fan. Because I can see through that. Okay. You're not a Knick fan. You own the Bucks. You're dating the daughter of the owner of the Bucks. What are we talking about?
Well, he's a New York Jets quarterback.
Yeah, but you know what it shows you, Timmy? Something that you know.
But you got to be in it. If you're not all in.
Yeah. So he's an all-in New Yorker now. Is that what you're telling me?
He has to be.
Yeah. You think he's going to be in Jersey tonight for Rangers Devils wearing a Devils jersey? He's all in on New York.
He's going to an Islanders game.
All this proves to you is that Madison Square Garden is the only place all the stars really want to be. You'll notice that he will not be at Game 3 Saturday in Miami. That's not on the table.
No, that's not on the table. That's
right.
Because we got our own stars.
Right. Dan Marino's going to show up.
Hey. A lot of other people will show up.
Pitbull's
going to be there.
We got lots more cooking here. Tons of NBA action, of course. Yesterday, You had the historical performance by Steph Curry, but now you get what everybody wanted. Steph or LeBron and stupid lists. All that coming up right after this on FS1.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. And they felt dramatic and fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
The pepperoni on Panera's new toasted baguette is sliced a little thicker to hold more flavor. So when fresh mozzarella melts over it, that detail will be big. New toasted baguettes. Cater your next event with Panera.
For the ones ensuring the job always gets done, and the ones wearing many hats, Grainger offers professional-grade industrial supplies and real-time product availability. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you're like I was, you're tired of worn-out plastic mats under your office chair. They dent and crack, and they're uncomfortable to roll on. I found a premium alternative, a glass chair mat by Vitraza. I liked it so much, I bought the company. I'm George Pardo, president of Vitraza. Our glass chair mats are made of super strong glass and protected with a nanotech coating, so you'll always get a smooth, easy glide. And they're beautiful. Tired of replacing plastic? I promise this is the last chair mat you'll need. And we give you a lifetime warranty. Comfort, style, durability. A Vitraza glass chair mat will completely transform your workspace, home office or office. We stock 18 popular sizes, and we ship free to anywhere in the lower 48. Get the look you deserve. I invite you to shop online at Vitraza.com. Use promo code TV and save 10% on any glass chair mat at Vitraza.com.
Take me on a date right now if you smell like this soap. Woo!
Dr. Squatch.
It smells so good. Olive oil, coconut oil, shea butter.
Like tropical water mixed with sand?
These are actually ingredients that I can actually read. Every ingredient in here is natural and clean.
There's over 14 different kinds of soap you could choose from.
Birchwood Breeze.
Cold Brew Cleanse.
High Tar. Look how dope it looks.
I am never going back to body wash in my life.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess, less energy? Less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text FORT to 231-231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix.
Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text FORT to 231-231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's FORT to 231-231.
Saturday, it's baseball night in America on Fox. Rafael Devers and the Red Sox take on Trey Turner and the Phillies. Or the Orioles battle Ronald Acuna Jr. and the Braves. It's baseball night in America, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Week 4 of the USFL kicks off Saturday at 1 Eastern on Fox as the Houston Gamblers take on the Philadelphia Losers. Then Sunday at 6:30 on FS1. They're telling me that the official name of the Stars, Losers. Then Sunday at 6:30 on FS1, the Birmingham Stallions battle the Pittsburgh Maulers. I was watching some USF football over the weekend, saw the New Jersey Generals in action, and how about this? How about a little Justin Hall? This is a dude that just wants to score a touchdown, and nobody's going to stop him.
Wow.
How about that, right? Also makes quarterbacks happy because it helps their rating out a little bit. Right?
It's
it was a screen pass. Screen pass. He did 90 yards by himself there. That's Justin Hall, by the way. And then same game, Memphis Showboats receiver Ryan McDaniel is going to make a juggling catch here. Touchdown. How about that? And afterwards he said, it's McDaniels, it's not McDonald's. The rhymes are Daryl's, the burgers are Ronald's, which many people didn't understand, but I did. Anyhow, that's great. USFL. That I took that one out. That's old school right there.
That's very impressive.
And then, by the way, speaking of football, and we got through the NFL draft throughout the weekend, and it's funny because the most viral part of the NFL draft were either the amazing, introductory speeches by kids throughout the league, or Travis Kelce, who decided that the trophy doesn't mean much to him. Watch this. Travis Kelce, who's still recording Beastie Boy songs for some reason 30 years later, talking about your fight to right, bang.
Aye.
Yeah, he spiked the Lombardi trophy.
You know what's funny? He tried to get everybody in the crowd hyped up.
That is not the real trophy.
I'm going to assume it's not there,
No,
Tim Hardaway.
That's not the real trophy.
It's one thing to spike your can of beer. It's another thing, bang, to spike the Lombardi trophy. Yeah.
I mean,
Hello?
Yeah.
Mr. Goodell, I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
It wasn't funny when Tom Brady threw the trophy from boat to boat, I know. I thought, no, sorry. Sorry. Click, right?
You know what's amazing? He thought the audience was going to erupt. The dead silence, like, oh my God, what is he doing?
Yeah, it's like when you watch a lunatic get naked at the mall and get into the fountain. At first, you're like, that's not cool at all.
Were you taking photos of that?
No, that's not.
What?
Were you taking photos of that?
I mean, this is not what you do when a guy takes his clothes off in a mall?
Not really.
And jumps into the fountain looking for change?
I'm not doing that.
I get away
You're not
from him.
videotaping that?
No, I get away from him.
Well, then I won't show you what's on my phone right now.
Please don't.
So sorry about that. All right, anyway, that's some football stuff for you. Let me get into Steph Curry yesterday.
Yeah.
50 points in a game 7. Of course, the last 5 were unnecessary. They were unnecessary.
Yes, they were. Yes,
Up by 20, 5 minutes left. What are we doing?
It was very necessary. He wanted to get this. He wanted to get that 50-point. He wanted to be the number 1 guy that in Game 7 scored over everybody else.
Yeah,
you got to give him that.
Look, you played with some of the great players. You are one of the great players of a generation. You're a Hall of Famer, and I obviously have great respect for that. But have you ever seen a guy like him from a standpoint of defensively, there's no place on the court you're safe? Because I've never seen that. I'm a Jordan guy. I think Jordan's the greatest player of all time. Yeah. But I've never seen this.
Yeah, I tell you this. Michael Jordan, of course.
Yeah.
Mitch Richmond, of course. Chris Mullin. I done seen guys where you watch them play and you see, wow, he's unstoppable. He's really legitimately unstoppable. And everything that you do to try to create or devise defense for him, he just kills it. And what can you do? But Steph Curry is amazing. What he does out there on the basketball court, how he does it, his charisma, how he has fun with going out there playing the game, how he put his team, he loves to put his team on his back.
Yeah, I mean, he took 38 shots yesterday, and I think he had to.
He had to. He had to take all 38 shots. And if he didn't, then they wouldn't be in the predicament they are in winning Game 7 and going to the next round. But, he missed 2 free throws, uncharacteristic of him.
Yep.
Missed 2
as
back
a
to
team,
back.
they weren't very good from the stripe either.
And then every time he went to the free throw line, he's smiling. He's smiling. I think he was looking at somebody or smiling at somebody because they said something to him, but he's just smiling, shooting free throws, and making them in the second half.
Yeah, well, listen, when you're up by double digits and you're going for 50 and you've done something that you've never done, missing back-to-back free throws.
That wasn't up by 20. That was in the heat of the moment.
That was after he missed the tip.
Right. That was in the heat of the moment that they were still trying to get command of the game.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, he takes shots sometimes, and you're like, there's no possible way that's a great shot, Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there's like, for a lot of you might be too young to remember the Harlem Globetrotters in their prime. There was a guy on the Globetrotters who, for my money, is a top 10 basketball player of all time named Meadowlark Lemon.
Yes.
Meadowlark Lemon made shots like that, and as a kid, you'd go to the Garden and be like, oh my God, I've never seen that before. He does it in NBA games.
Yes.
It's stupid.
Yes.
And he's 34 years old.
Yes. And still in great shape.
Yes.
And in great shape. The shots that he was making, when I saw him make that shot over Murray in the first half, I was like, this might be an epic game for him. He might go for 50 or 55 in this game because he's feeling it like that.
Yep.
And what I thought took the air out of Sacramento is Klay Thompson's 4-point play at the end of the third quarter.
Right.
The Sacramento was coming back and they was feeling good about themselves. And then you see Klay right here hit that 4-point play at the end. That was like, oh man,
that was like a dagger.
That was a dagger. They was like, oh man, that right there. What can we do?
No, you can't. That's from 28 feet away.
Yeah.
Like, you can't make that shot normally. He made it while he got fouled.
Yes.
And Klay Thompson did not have a good game by Klay Thompson. Metrics.
Klay Thompson had a wide open jump shot on the left side of the court. In the corner, and he hit the side of the backboard.
Yeah.
That's how, and it was wide open. That's how bad his shooting percentage was yesterday.
I will tell you this: there's another guy that's your guy, to be fair, because you were on him all last week, who's now getting the love he deserves, and that's Kayvon Looney, who had 21 rebounds again.
Yes.
My man had 20-plus rebounds in 3 games of this series, and they obviously went 3-0 in those games.
Yes.
He's not asked to score. And he doesn't score a lot. No. But there was about a 5-minute span in this game where Golden State took over, where they got second and third and fourth opportunities just based on Looney tapping the ball back, getting an offensive board, and he had 21 total rebounds.
He had 21
He's a problem for the Lakers.
He's a problem for the Lakers, but if Anthony Davis come and play, Looney could be in foul trouble in the first 2 minutes of that game.
Well, the good news for the Warriors is that Anthony Davis doesn't come to play every single game. And by the way, this is going to be billed as Steph Curry, LeBron James.
Oh, no question.
It ain't got nothing to do with them.
No. Why?
That's not the battle. Steph's going to do Steph. LeBron's going to do LeBron.
But you still
I'm worried about everybody else.
You got to have supporting cast.
Well, the better supporting cast is Golden State.
No question.
Right?
No
from
question.
an experience standpoint and from just a pure ability standpoint. Not saying the Lakers aren't going to play well. I think they will.
Right.
But the Golden State Warriors right now are the better team. Would you not agree with that?
You got to understand, they have the same team that won the championship last year. And so they know what they can do at home and on the road in the playoffs. So they definitely not scared to go in somebody else's arena and win a game like they did against Sacramento. So, Lakers have to be sharp each and every game. However it goes, 7 games, 6 games, I think it's going to go 7 because it's going to go back and forth. But it's going to be must-see games and must-see TV, and we shouldn't take for granted what's going to happen.
No, because we may not ever get it again.
Right.
You are, like I always say, I consider myself blessed that I am of an age where I saw certain guys play throughout their entire career and in their prime. You're one of those guys. You are getting a matchup now, and I think it goes well beyond Steph and LeBron, and we'll talk about that a lot throughout the week. But we should sit down, relax, and enjoy it because there's no guarantee you ever get this ever again. Steph Curry's 34, LeBron's almost 40. And while they're still playing basketball beyond this year, one of these guys is going to a Western Conference final. This is not your normal, it's a 6 seed and a 7 seed, Johnny come lately. You're talking about 2 of the storied franchises in the NBA. You've got, obviously, Steph going for 5. You've got LeBron. I don't count the bubble one, so you can count that any way you want. But this is great. Like, as an NBA fan, I am going to sit down popcorn. The problem for me, of course, is the games don't start till after 10 o'clock.
Right.
And I need my beauty sleep. As you can tell, did not get a lot of it this
You look
weekend.
stunning.
But I'm excited. I'm excited for Tim Hardaway to squeeze his thick body back into this Golden State Warrior jersey and then sign it on the back to my best friend, Craig Carton. I will put it up on the wall here. Something like that.
Oh, nice.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But a real quick thought, and I'm not going to hold you to it yet. Once this series starts, I'm going to hold you to it. The way you're thinking right now, are you leaning Golden State or leaning LA?
I'm leaning Golden State.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
I'm leaning Golden State.
You're a Lakers fan.
You asked me to be honest with you. I'm leaning Golden State, but I want my Lakers to win. They're the underdogs. They're going to do it.
Poppycock.
What are you talking about? I was honest with you. You should be thrilled with me.
Start lying to me, would you please?
Well, I am lying to you in that the fact that the Lakers are going to win this, man. All day long. Are you happy now?
No. We need to rewind the tape. Get up. Cody, who's going to win the series?
Lakers in 5.
There you go.
That was a lie.
That was a massive lie. That was a complete lie.
Coming up, we'll let you hear what Steve Kerr had to say about Steph Curry after the game. And we'll also get you up to date on all the other NBA happenings. There's a little MLB here, too. Is that right?
Yeah, a little.
I don't see that as a possibility, but maybe Cody's got something we don't know. And tons more as we get ready for Steph and LeBron here on FS1.
Marco's new Magnifico pizzas are loaded with Old World sausage and pepperoni to deliver your taste buds to crispy, savory glory. And it all starts at $9.99. Marco's. Pizza lovers, get it.
Happy Mother's Day!
Life gets busy. Mother's Day is the perfect time to slow it all down and show Mom just how much you care. Give Mom a thoughtful and custom Mother's Day gift she'll never forget. With fast shipping, ordering is a piece of cake. See our Mother's Day products and more at sendacake.com. That's sendacake.com.
AG1 by Athletic Greens gives you the daily nutrients that form the foundation for your health routine. It's made with the highest quality ingredients, put through the strictest quality testing standards, so everybody can own their health. Start your journey at athleticgreens.com.
If you're like I was, you're tired of worn-out plastic mats under your office chair. They dent and crack, and they're uncomfortable to roll on. I found a premium alternative, a glass chair mat by Vitraza. I liked it so much, I bought the company. I'm George Pardo, president of Vitraza. Our glass chair mats are made of super strong glass and protected with a nanotech coating, so you'll always get a smooth, easy glide. And they're beautiful. Tired of replacing plastic? I promise this is the last chair mat you'll need. And we give you a lifetime warranty. Comfort, style, durability. A Vitraza glass chair mat will completely transform your workspace, home office or office. We stock 18 popular sizes, and we ship free to anywhere in the lower 48. Get the look you deserve. I invite you to shop online at Vitraza.com. Use promo code TV and save 10% on any glass chair mat at Vitraza.com.
Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series heads to FS1. Larson and Elliott battle across the plains of Kansas, but lightning-fast Bubba Wallace looks to strike again. The Advent Health 400 from Kansas. Coverage begins Sunday at 2 Eastern on FS1.
Family is just very important. She's my sister, and we depend on each other a lot.
She's the rock of the family. She's the person who holds everything together.
It's a battle, I'm gonna be there.
Keytruda and chemotherapy, been treating my cancer with 2 different types of medicine.
In a clinical trial, Keytruda and chemotherapy was proven to help people live longer than chemotherapy alone. Keytruda is used to treat more patients with advanced lung cancer than any other immunotherapy. Keytruda may be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you have advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer and you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. Keytruda can cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body during or after treatment. This may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. There may be other side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant, receive chest radiation, or have a nervous system problem.
It feels good to be here for them.
Living longer is possible. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. Ask your doctor about Keytruda.
Receive a free bracelet valued up to $225 when you shop Pandora this Mother's Day.
If your child has diabetes, you'll love how easy Dexcom G7 is. It's on, and he's off. You can see his glucose numbers right on your phone, so you can always be there for him with Dexcom G7.
We've got some baseball coming your way. I apologize because I took the little script they gave me and I turned it into a basketball. So if you just allow me a second here. That's on me, but it says here, tonight, catch a special night of baseball on FS1 as Brandon Crawford, I imagine he's pictured there.
He is.
And the Giants battle Alex Bregman. He's still playing?
He is.
For the Astros, the action begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on FS1. The happy guy to my left is Tim Hardaway. He's, of course, a big fan of the Miami Heat. But quick, speaking of baseball, they played a game in Mexico.
Yeah, 2 games.
I'm not quite sure why, but they did. And apparently, Cody, the air there's a lot thinner than the air here.
Yes.
And everybody just decided to hit home runs.
Non-stop. 15 home runs in 2 games, 11 in game 1, and 10 of them were hit by 10 different players.
Yeah?
It was unbelievable. And when I say balls that had no business going over the fence,
yeah?
it was a joke.
Oh, I hope that happens for a big celebrity softball game. 37 runs, 49 hits. That's baseball, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
I would watch baseball more regularly if that was baseball.
That's what's been happening all season.
Is that a smaller field or arena?
No, so they were playing in Mexico City, and apparently Mexico City is located on the moon, and the ball was just taking off anytime it went in the air. It was
all
amazing.
right, and then they tell me that Phillies might be getting Bryce Harper back
They're
like
getting
3
him
months
back
early.
This week, and if you're a 49er fan, that should give you a lot of hope about Brock Purdy because he just had Tommy John surgery, and he's back on the field 4 months post-surgery.
Of course, he doesn't have to throw a football 30 times a game.
No, he does not.
No.
But he's back
Or
early.
get hit.
Or get hit. Exactly right. And that's real quick. One of the baseball note that's becoming a big story here in New York is the allegation that the owner of the Mets now wants to put a dome on top of Citi Field where the Mets play because they got rained out Saturday and Sunday. Not true. Stop. We live in New York. There's like 5 rainouts a year. Suck it up and get over it. We're not putting a dome on the building.
It would be
We don't live in Minnesota where it's 3 below in August. What are we talking about?
You're saying you're not putting a dome.
That's
on
right. I'm not putting a dome on it. That's right, Tim Hardaway.
Are you pretending that New York is just a bastion of great weather all
Yes.
of a sudden? It's
we
not.
had a couple rainouts.
It's been raining nonstop for 3 days.
See, this is where baseball players get a bad rap. No disrespect. I love you. You're soft.
So,
no disrespect. I feel the non-disrespect wash over me.
For 3 days you don't play. What do you all do?
Probably
they go to strip clubs.
Probably drink heavily.
Yeah, they go to steakhouses, strip clubs, and they, things along those natures. NBA players wouldn't do that unless there's good, buffets there. I know how it goes in Atlanta. All right, speaking of which, by the way, I've been to that strip club in Atlanta,
Magic City.
and the wings are the best.
They really are that good.
I got no beef with the fact that some dudes claim I really just like the wings.
I only want to go there for the wings
too. I like wings too.
I eat wings every day of the week.
But I'm not, that's what you told me. But I'm not going there.
No,
he does.
You're not going there.
No, I'm not going there to have wings.
Delilah's is a better place for wings.
Hey, there's a lot of other places like Chili's.
All right, boneless wings and Chili's. All right, there you go.
They are good wings.
All right, it's time now for the Monday edition of The Game of Trust, which is really a play on the Game of Thrones, but we didn't mock it up that way. All right, so let's take a look at it, Timmy. This is really all about you more than me and Cody.
Yeah.
All right, coming up, Warriors and Lakers, which is a series everybody wanted. We're getting what we want. But now, if you take Steph, put him aside because you know what he is. LeBron, you know what you're going to get game in, game out. These are the two guys, right? Who do you trust more, Anthony Davis in this series or Klay Thompson? And give us a reason why.
Klay Thompson because he's been there. He has done that. He has been a proven winner. a proven champion, a 4-time champion, and he's been instrumental in all 4 of their championship wins. So, yeah, I will go with Klay Thompson.
Now, to be fair, Klay's coming off one of the worst, three-point shooting performances of his career.
Yes.
Everyone knows Klay is, Game 6 Klay. He wasn't. And in Game 7, he was 2 for 10 from behind the arc.
Horrific.
Anthony Davis averaging 20 points a game in the 6 playoff games this year. But as we've talked a lot about on this show, Anthony Davis has really been awesome, not good. Awesome, not good. Game to game to game. So Klay has your trust more than Anthony
Klay
Davis.
has my trust more than Anthony Davis. Hometown guy, AD. But Klay has been there. He's been in the moment more times. In the last, before he got hurt, they've been in the moment at least a decade. So, I'm going with Klay.
Got it. All right, let's go to the second one. This is a little fugazi from a matchup standpoint, but I'm going to give it to you anyway. Kevin Love, Miami Heat. Now, he starts right now for the Heat, but he only played like 16 minutes. It wasn't like he plays 40 minutes. Against Julius Randle, assuming Julius returns, I give Kevin Love credit. He gave them quality minutes yesterday, but I don't think you should count on that or rely on that at this stage of his career, to be fair. Julius Randle, can you trust him now with a bad ankle and not coming off, the greatest games of his life against Cleveland?
You can trust Julius Randle, but me personally, I'm going with Kevin Love because another guy that's been there, proven, played in big ball games, played in championship series, has won a championship, helped win a championship with the Cleveland Cavaliers, LeBron James, and Kyrie Irving. So, and he was an integral part in that too. Making threes, rebounding, playing defense, getting outlet passes. So I would look at, Kevin Love is going to do what he does each and every game, and that's play the way he plays. He's not going to give you, 30, 40 points a game. He's going to come out and give you what he can give you each game, and that's, don't think he's going to give you 20 points.
Listen, if you can get 10, 5, and 5 out of Kevin Love, that's productive minutes.
That's very productive. And he's going to play defense. He got great hands. And he's going to outlet the ball and set screens and get it to the right person. So he's a valuable part in what the Miami Heat's trying to do. Julius Randle, he's still learning. The New York Knicks are still learning. They're still trying to find their way. They played a great series now. They played a great series. But this is a totally different series where some of the Miami Heat, they was at the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Yeah, but they don't have an answer for Randle defensively.
No, they don't really have an answer. But in me personally, Kevin Love been there.
Yeah, listen, he's been there, and like we said, you're not getting 35 minutes out of him, but in the minutes he plays, which is going to be 15 to 20 minutes, you're going to get 10 points, you're going to get 5 rebounds, and the one thing I have to say about Kevin Love, his court awareness for a big guy, from an assist standpoint, is as good as anybody. So I don't think they have an answer for Julius Randle, but I'm not sure if you can trust Julius Randle just yet, especially with a bad ankle. All right, number 3. I love it. I know this series already started between Phoenix and Denver. I know nobody wants to give my Nuggets any love at all, but they are the best team in basketball all year long, and they proved that again in Game 1, beating the Phoenix Suns. Forget about KD. He's going to do what he does. Forget about Joker. He's going to do what he does. Can Devin Booker hang with Jamal Murray is the real question right now. Who do you trust more, Booker or Murray?
Oh, man, I'm going back and forth with this.
And Murray's healthy, so that's why I asked the question.
Healthy. I want to go, my gut tells me it's Booker, but I'm going to go with Murray.
Going with Jamal Murray.
I'm going with Jamal Murray. You know what? I think he wants to prove to everyone that without him, that's why they wasn't able to take that.
I think he's right, level. By the way.
That's true.
Yeah.
And now he's showing the whole league that he's back and he's playing.
He's averaging about 30 points a game in the playoffs.
Like he was in the bubble.
Yeah.
Before he got hurt. And then before he got hurt, he was playing like that. And then he hurt his ACL. So I think I'm with Murray. I like his confidence. I like how he give his team confidence.
If he plays like Bubble Murray, Phoenix is not winning the series.
No,
is that fair for me to say?
If he plays like Bubble Murray, Phoenix is not going to win a game.
Let me give you another one real quick. Not going to win a game. I don't want to step on that. I want to make sure I heard that correctly. If we get bubble Jamal Murray, Denver sweeps the Suns.
Because you remember he was averaging like 45.
No,
46.
he's a beast.
He's a beast. You know, and we do not give Denver enough.
Nobody gives Denver any love or credit.
And I watched Denver play from 1 to 12. They got somebody on that team that can start on any other team in the NBA. Phoenix Suns don't have the depth to hang with.
Well, big game 2 coming up after Denver wins game 1. We have about 30 seconds left. They're already yelling at me, go to break, go to break. Relax, so I'm going to do what I want to do because today's a Monday, all right? And I got a Hall of Famer sitting next to me. Real quick, team-wise, you trust the Sixers or do you trust the Boston Celtics as that series starts tonight? Most likely no Embiid in game 1, maybe not in game 2. Boston struggled with Atlanta. Who do you like? Who do you trust?
Boston.
You trust the Celtics?
Yes, I trust the Celtics because they've been there, they've done that, and they're on a mission to get back to the championship game and NBA.
You wouldn't know that by how they played against Atlanta, to be honest.
Well, you know,
they got a little bored, maybe.
You know, they're gonna have that. You know, they're young. They're gonna have that. They understand, though, this is a big series.
Yes.
And they got to come with it each and every game. Because even though they're not going Philadelphia is not going to have Embiid, they still going to play. You got Tobias Harris. You know, you got
Maxey. You got Harden. Yeah.
You know, they're going to come and play.
They're only going to lose by 18 tonight. Not a problem.
Who's going to lose by 18?
Sixers.
Okay.
Yeah, Sixers are. Coming up, we have FS1 first. We get to talk to Tim and to Tim Hardaway's twin. That's right, he has one. I saw the episode of Maury. He has a twin. And we'll talk to him coming up in a little bit. Plus, the Knicks and the Heat and so much more right here on FS1.
Oh, what a good time we will have. You can make it happen, girl.
Voltaren, the joy of movement.
Some things are better left to a professional.
In hindsight, probably shouldn't have tried to remove my own appendix.
Like when it comes to finding financial advisors.
What was I thinking?
So leave it to Smart Asset to find them for you. Take the free quiz at smartasset.com. Then you'll be matched with up to 3 vetted fiduciary financial advisors. To get started, take the Advisor Match Quiz now at smartasset.com.
I was this close. This close.
Anyone who's ever sold a home will tell you it's really hard. And it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. That's why who you work with matters. Together with HomeLight, we take care of every detail, from staging to showing to negotiating to closing. We've helped thousands of people sell faster and for a better price.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill once a day. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. And they felt dramatic and fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq Relief.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your doctor about Rinvoq.
Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
This is my coffee shop. And that's me in my custom shirt from Custom Ink. This week, we moved into a new, bigger space and brought on another employee. To celebrate, I ordered new branded gear for the whole team. Everything was so easy to make with Custom Ink's Design Lab. I just chose my products, added our logo, and placed my order. Our new gear really helps us look and feel like a team. Bring your own team together with custom gear. Get started today at customink.com.
Hi.
Hello there.
Would you like some lemonade? $5, please.
Had enough inflation? Undo inflation with Dish.
Get the same TV bill every month for 3 years.
Supply chain issues.
The 3-year TV price guarantee, only from Dish.
Let's roll! The Kings of the Lanes lay everything on the line for a major. The PBA Players Championship, Saturday on FS1.
Take on the day. With Taltz, up to 90% of patients saw a significant improvement of their psoriasis plaques. Some even saw 100% clear skin. And for those with psoriatic arthritis, Taltz reduces joint pain and stiffness. Don't use if you are allergic to Taltz. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. Increased risk of infections and lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about infections, symptoms, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop, worsen, or if you had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Ask your doctor about Taltz.
I'm calling the cover girls.
Hey, you're back.
I'm back. I hear Lash Blast is your favorite mascara.
It sure is. Try it. 10 times more volume.
Mega. Lash Blast volume.
From Easy Breezy Beautiful, Cover Girl.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. Join our team in the fight against cancer at V.org.
Welcome back to the Carton Show on FS1. Time for your mid-show headlines. Headline number 1, the Heat dominate the Knicks in the second half of the game. And quite frankly, Craig, the Knicks embarrassed themselves. I know your voice.
No.
What?
The Knicks didn't embarrass themselves.
It was a shame.
They had a tough day shooting from behind the arc, and they decided to keep shooting from behind the arc. Tim Hardaway.
Oh, it was embarrassing.
It was a lot going on last week, and somebody said that somebody in the studio, I'm not going to mention his name, said the Heat wasn't going to win a game.
I thought I said Knicks in 5, to be honest.
No, I'm talking about somebody else, but I'm not going to mention his name. But, but you said 5, but, no.
Listen, give the Heat credit. They're like cockroaches. You can't get them down by enough and put them out. The Knicks blew a 12-point lead. They had a terrible third quarter. And, I'm one of those guys. You could look at it 2 ways. I could blame the Knicks. They didn't play well. They didn't get great outside shooting, obviously, right? They were, 7 for 34, I think it was, from three-point land. You can't win games that way, right?
No.
But I'm not that guy. I'm not a negative guy. I'll sit here and say,
you're not a negative guy.
Negative.
I am the last negative guy on the planet. I believe in trying to find the positive in things.
What planet are you talking about?
Well, first off, it's a special planet, yeah. First off, I want to give the Miami Heat credit.
Oh.
Congratulations to the Miami Heat on a well-deserved W.
You're so magnanimous.
But if you guys think you're winning another game playing that style of basketball, you're out of your minds.
Okay.
That's the one and done for you guys.
Which style
it is
that?
a wrap.
Which style is that?
Winning style?
Winning. That's
winning.
That's what style.
If you think you're getting solid minutes out of guys, go ahead.
They've been winning like that.
Yeah. Not all year they haven't.
Since the playoffs started.
Oh, they beat Milwaukee.
Wait.
Oh, and Milwaukee's bad?
Right. Hold on, wait. Playoffs are different than the regular season.
Yes, they are.
Okay,
yes.
so the playoffs, it starts a whole new season.
Yeah, I'm getting my guy back for game 2. You guys have no answer for Julius Randle. You know it, I know it, the world knows it.
Right, we knows that.
Julius Randle comes back, the series is a wrap.
Y'all don't have no answer for the Miami Heat.
Yeah, but we do. I'm not.
It showed yesterday.
If you think I'm worried that Vincent's going to make 5 threes again, I'm not. If you think I'm worried that your boy Kevin Love's going to give you 10, 5, and 5, I'm not.
I'm trying to figure out what is those 3 letters. TDS.
Yes.
That's what the Knicks did the last 4 minutes of the game.
Tight booty syndrome.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
We lost that game.
That's going to happen again tomorrow.
We lost that game.
Because we never rattle.
Yes.
I'll give you that. Just keep coming, just like you said.
Like
we never rattle. We never, the moment is never too big for the Heat. They just keep coming. And when you make that mistake, and you keep making those mistakes, they capitalize.
Knicks did not get back on defense. The Heat took advantage of it. Knicks could not hit the broadside of a barn.
Can I have my lights, please?
No, you cannot.
Please, can I have my lights?
Nah, are we doing that again?
Can I have my lights?
I've lost total control.
Yeah, they look so good in here.
I appreciate y'all.
Come on, doesn't it not worry you?
I mean, Jimmy Butler's in the studio.
Looks great.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway's being a little cocky.
Does it seriously not worry you? They dropped game 1 in the Garden.
Listen, I never thought the Knicks were going to sweep Miami anyway. I'm glad I got the loss out of the way. You know, now I can take care of business, focus on. So look, Josh Hart at 10 points. That ain't happening again.
Well, Josh Hart is. You think Josh Hart is this great prolific scorer?
He is not.
He is not.
He's better than 10 points, though.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
Not.
Maybe.
Not.
Josh Hart, you better come up with game two.
Yes.
I tell you what.
You wish.
If Josh Hart lets you down.
Yes, I'll tell you this. If Josh Hart has 10 points a game, the Knicks are not going to win a game. I'll tell you that. Like, we need Josh Hart to score.
No. You got R.J. Barrett.
Yes.
All right. You got
he had
Jalen.
26 or 25.
Jalen, you got Quigley.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got Julius Randle coming back.
But none of them shot good behind the arc,
right?
right?
I mean, that was a typical Miami Heat, New York Knicks game. Somebody goes up, somebody waits, and they stay the course. And they win the game at the end. Somebody shoots terrible. You know, that's typical.
Well, look, it was all the third quarter. It was like really the last 2 minutes of the second quarter,
right,
when the Knicks did not extend the lead,
right,
and played somewhat sloppy basketball. Miami made some shots, and then they outscored the Knicks in the third quarter, 31-20.
But if we remember, in the previous series, every third quarter was the same way as the third quarter yesterday. The Knicks didn't come out and play well in third quarter, and they had to start catching up and start making some.
And the Heat didn't wait till the fourth quarter, which they did against Milwaukee. To be fair, and they made on these prolific runs to beat Milwaukee, all based on their fourth quarter play. Look, the Knicks get Julius Randle back. That is a significant addition to them.
Yes, it is.
After losing game one. My belief, and of course this is based partially on fandom, but also as a basketball savant for this network, which is what it says on my business card, the Knicks are not losing game two. They're not. You know it. I know it. The room knows it.
Well, that's why they play the game.
I'll be at the Garden, and I don't lose.
And that's you going to touch somebody again?
Well, I'm going to be... To be fair, Train's playing at the theater at the Garden, and my son's opening for them, so I'm gonna, I'll be there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll be in the Garden for the first half.
Right.
So I'm expecting a big Knick first half. Second half, I can't tell you. What is he at, Cody?
Headline number 2, the Warriors advance. They win Game 7 off an incredible 50-point game from Steph Curry, which is a Game 7 record. But, Craig, my question for you is, are you impressed by that, or do you find it to be a little fugazi because the last 5 didn't really mean anything?
Well, both. But first off, show my man here.
Hey, I'm just winning all around, baby. Warriors, Heat, Nation. You know what? I can't help you. And look at them. They already got my lights up.
I lost total control to the NBA Hall of Famer.
Wow.
I'm just glad you didn't play for the Suns, the Nuggets.
No, I did not play for the
Because we'd have a lot of jerseys and a lot of light changes there.
I'm not like Ish Smith.
Cody, to answer your question, yes to both. Listen, it's amazing. I don't care how old you are, but when you're in a do-or-die Game 7 and you come up with a game like that from a scoring standpoint, and I don't care if he took 38 shots or not, he had to, but if you drop 40, let alone 50, we should be in awe of that because that's what legacies are made out of, right? What do you do in the big spot? What do you do in the big moment? What do you do when your team cannot lose a game? Klay Thompson didn't play well. Wiggins didn't play well. Poole hasn't played well in a while. You got Kevon Looney with 21 rebounds, dominating the glass. And you got the best shooter in NBA history, showing you again he's got more gas in the tank.
No question, no question. Golden State Warriors, they was prone for this game. They was prone for this setting. They understood that, only thing we beat them in Game 5 here. We just got to come in and duplicate that.
Yep.
Looney, he dominated Sabonis all series long. Just took it to him. Sabonis, you have a 15-foot jump shot. It's a free throw line. You got to take that. You cannot let anybody embarrass you and not take shots like that. I don't know if the coach told him not take them shots or whatever, run some offense, but you got to take some of those shots, at least 5 of them.
Keep them honest.
Keep them honest. Keep Looney from standing in behind, so you can't give those nice passes that you do.
But I tell you, the offensive glass, that dude had, 10, 11 offensive rebounds, meaning
every time he won, he had 9, 10 offensive
you're
rebounds.
giving Stafford, Clay, or whomever a second and third shot at a possession. And it's the dirty stuff, right?
Oh, it's very dirty.
But you need a guy like that to win. And the guy dominated the glass in this entire series.
Dominated this entire series. And that, like we said, it was one point in the third quarter. The Warriors missed about 4 or 5 free throws, and Looney came up with all those rebounds, pitched it back. They got open looks. They made half of them, and Looney still got the rebound and pitched it back out. And that's what determine that game. The offensive rebounds, them getting second shots, and them capitalizing on it. And that was demoralizing to Sacramento. When you playing defense and you letting one guy outwork you, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Which is why the Looney-Anthony Davis matchup
it's going to
is going to be great. We talked about earlier today, like, who do you trust more? And we didn't put Looney in there because Looney's not expected to score at all. If you get any points out of him, it's a bonus. But just to watch who dominates the glass between him and Anthony Davis will tell you a lot about who's going to win that series.
Yeah, I can't go back and say enough about Kevin Looney because last year against the Boston Celtics, he didn't get no praise. He played great defense. He rebounded the basketball like he did this series. He got people open. And nobody never talks about him because he does all the dirty work, and nobody praises him. But without him out there, they lose this series. They might lose this series in 4 games. But with him taking over the glass, you averaging 20 rebounds.
Yeah, stupid.
I
hate to say it, that's like Wilt Chamberlain stuff.
That's what it is.
Yeah. What else you got, Cody?
Headline number 3, Durant and the Suns take on the Nuggets in Game 2 tonight and hoping to even the series. But the question is, they dropped last game by 20. Do they even it, or do we get our hands on Bubble Murray that you talked about earlier?
Listen, the Denver Nuggets just keep their mouths shut and stay under the radar despite being a number 1 seed. And all they do is dominate everybody they play. And when Jamal Murray's playing the way we saw him in the bubble, and before he hurt his knee, you're talking about 2 dominant players. Now, they're not a great defensive team, but in Game 1 it didn't matter.
No, in Game 1 it didn't matter. They did play enough defense to make it tough for Kevin Durant and
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Yeah.
But I tell you this. We don't talk about Denver Nuggets enough. And I say this. They love that. They love not being talked about because they just go on and just play the way they supposed to play and do what they do. And they make it tough for teams. They make it real tough for teams. Like I said, you got a 1 through 12 guys on that team that can start anywhere. And they got enough depth that they just keep pushing that envelope. And the Suns, it's gonna be hard for the Suns to even. I think they're gonna lose tonight. I think they not gonna win a game.
Oh, don't forget, in the first series, you're talking about Kevin Durant and Devin Booker playing more than 40 minutes.
Yes.
And now they're in a dogfight.
Yes.
They go down
Losing
0-2. Now, as you said earlier, series doesn't start till you lose a game at home.
Right.
So if Phoenix loses tonight, it's not the end of the world.
Right.
But, boy, if they go down 2-0.
It's gonna be
I don't
tough.
see how you could pick them to win the series. And the Denver Nuggets going to sit back going, all we heard was, it's the Phoenix Suns this.
Right.
It's the Lakers that.
Right.
It's the Kings this.
Yeah.
It's the Warriors that. They were the wire-to-wire number 1 seed, and nobody gives them any love at all.
Nobody.
And quietly, they're just going to tiptoe, right into the Western Conference Finals.
Just like the San Antonio Spurs used to do.
Well, that was so different because Greg Popovich talked smack nonstop.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he
big
did
bully that
not,
he is.
Man.
Yeah,
no,
big
he didn't.
Fat bully that he is. He couldn't stop talking.
No, he couldn't stop talking during a championship.
Yeah,
run. But
you notice how he doesn't talk much now.
No, not at all, actually.
Wait till you get Wamba Yamba, he'll start talking again. Anyhow, what else you got?
Headline number 4 tonight, Game 1, Sixers and Celtics. But the likely MVP, Joel Embiid, listed as doubtful. Listen, would it be a miracle for them to win without him?
Yes, it would be. They're a bad team without Joel Embiid.
No,
that's why
it
they're
would
like.
Not be a miracle.
It would be a miracle.
No, hold on, man.
Yes.
Hart. I'm gonna tell you this.
Go ahead.
He's
limping again. Wow.
Harden,
all that dude does is get hurt.
Quigley, and those guys, they going to come in, they going to play hard, and they going to show them that, you know, we're not just a one-man team. We are a team that's destined and trying to make it.
Oh, he just got hurt again. Yeah, that's what he does, Joel Embiid.
They going to come in. They might surprise us tonight and get game one at the
Stop it.
Tim
Harden, stop it.
James Harden can have one of those
James Harden was at a Las Vegas strip club 36 hours ago getting in a fight with the doorman. He's not even focused.
Do you know that for sure?
Yes, for sure. I saw the video. Or think that was dated video? I guess it could have been. He likes going to strip clubs. No, it's true. He was in Las Vegas, and not that he's not allowed to travel, of course.
Right. But
I'd
he's in Las Vegas.
If I was a fan of a team and I was getting ready for a huge Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, and my best healthy player was at a Las Vegas strip club getting in a verbal argument with a bouncer, I might be upset as a fan. But I don't know. That's just me.
That's Dennis Rodman.
Yes, Dennis Rodman was allowed to go to Vegas for 48 hours.
Right. Sometimes you got to go there and just clear your mind and get ready for the next series. And I think that's what James Harden needs to do, get his mind ready.
Is that right?
Yeah. Series, so he come in focused.
He had to get his mind right.
Joel Embiid is not playing, so he had to get focused.
Yeah, well, he got focused, all right.
Something.
Her name is Candy. She's a Scorpion, and she's pre-med. Believe it or not,
Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion. That's a
whatever.
Isn't that one of them signs?
Sure isn't. That's an animal.
Is a scorpion not a sign?
No. A Scorpio is a sign.
Oh, it's the same thing.
It is not the same thing.
I mean, all of a sudden, the thought police now jumping on every little thing. I missed the letter. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it not Scorpion, though?
No, it's Scorpio.
Scorpio?
Right. Yeah.
Hang on a second.
That's like...
If I may.
Yes.
What is the symbol of Scorpio? It's a scorpion.
Yeah, but that's like me saying, oh, yeah, my sign's a Leonardo DiCaprio. No, you're a Leo, not a full thing. It's a different thing.
I do have an expert on geological signs.
Do you?
Yes, I do. That's right. Let me just get my...
Wait, geological?
Yeah, that's right. Let me just get my geological expert here. There we go. Hey, Timmy, is it Scorpion or Scorpio? That's what I thought. He said Scorpion. That's right.
He's wrong.
He's wrong. He's trying to call out a play and trying to get somebody the ball.
Is that right?
Yes.
He's shooting is what he's doing. He's getting ready to shoot. He ain't getting nobody the ball.
No question.
Yeah. He's like, I got you, crossover. I'm shooting now. As you've said many times.
Yes.
Shoot first, think later.
Yes.
Right?
Right. Trust
look
yourself.
Look at you, though.
Yes. I'm
you
focused.
was all right.
I was focused.
You look how focused you are and sweaty.
Right. And I'm taller than you.
You also used to lift biceps, not much anymore.
Hey,
but back in the day.
No more. Back in the day. You need that back in the day. Because you're going against Charles Oakley and Anthony Mason and those type of guys.
Yeah.
You
got to lift a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yes. You were very good in a lot of those team fights, pushing guys from behind. I just wanted to point that out to you. Yeah, a little bit more on that later this week. I did a deep dive into the videos.
Deep dive?
We'll get to it later this week, probably on Thursday.
Okay.
But yes, you were very good at coming in from behind and pushing people while saying, stop fighting. Oh, no. Oh, no. Stop fighting.
But I never got
thrown out of a single game. That's right.
Or suspended.
Exactly right. What else you got, Cody?
That would be it for this day's headlines.
Hey, but did you guys see? We talk about a lot of the negative stuff in sports. One of the feel-good moments of the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see this? Yeah. There's a scout for the Dallas Cowboys who tried to convince Dallas they should sign his son. Which what I would do is, if I was a scout, I knew a kid named Carton. You should probably sign him. So the kid's name is Deuce Vaughn. So they had his dad call him to let him know he was going to be picked. And I'm not crying, you're crying. Watch this.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
Hey, it's going good. This is Dad. My phone wasn't working. Look at here, man. You want to come to work with me next week?
I wouldn't mind that at
all. I got somebody who want to speak to you.
I'm so excited. There's just something magical about this moment that may be bigger than we even realize here talking to you on the phone. But you is now a Dallas Cowboy. Your daddy just handed the card in. Right here.
Yes, sir.
It's got him on it. Congratulations.
Pretty good moment, right?
That's awesome.
That's good. That's awesome.
If you don't mind me asking, when Junior was drafted by the Knicks, were you with him?
Of course. We was together. We was in Miami. We had a little, a party or whatever,
right.
Draft party. And, just to hear his name called by David Stern, it was just great.
Now, did you know before that the Knicks were taking him, or no?
No, I did not know.
No, you guys had no idea.
We didn't have an idea, and somebody called me about 2 minutes right before they was about to say something. They told me, I was like, okay, and you can't believe everything people say. So we waited, and once he said his name, it was a great feeling. And then I'm like, how is this gonna feel?
It's gonna feel great.
I got to root for the Knicks.
That's right.
I'm a Miami Heat and all the rivalries and everything that we did. But I was just so happy that he got drafted.
Of course.
I didn't care where he went. And
there's two parts of it. There's part one, just as a dad, you're thrilled your son made it,
right?
And you know what that means, right?
Exactly.
Then there was the reality of the Knicks.
Exactly.
I got to go to the Garden and wear a Knick hat.
Exactly.
Or like a sweatshirt that says Knicks #1 dad.
How great was that feeling when you saw a Knicks jersey with the name Hardaway on the back? Dream come true?
I heard a rumor that you insisted he write JR after Hardaway.
Yeah, exactly. I did say that. I said, they might get us confused. Make sure you write JR at the end. He was like, okay, Dad.
But that's just one of the great moments a dad could ever have, I'm sure.
It was great.
Because it meant that your son put in the work, too.
Yes.
And then him going to Knicks. Listen, he didn't stay with the Knicks, obviously.
Right, but he got
all
drafted.
good. He got drafted into the league.
He got drafted into the league. He heard his name being called, which is
awesome.
Great.
See that? That's it. I'd love to know who called you. You don't have to tell us. But imagine if a guy called you to prank you. That'd be like, hey, Timmy, he's going to the Cavs, or whatever it might be. Like, son, we've made Knicks? What? Anyhow, we got lots more cooking here, including the big matchup in the Western Conference semifinals. We got Steph Curry. We got LeBron James. We got the Warriors. We got the Lakers. And we got double the Hardaway action on a Monday for you right here on FS1. Come on, baby. Catch it. Come on, Tim.
We don't catch footballs.
Wendy's $3 breakfast deal, it's the kind of breakfast that really sticks with you. Tyler had breakfast. Hey, buddy.
Your choice of breakfast croissant plus seasoned potatoes for just $3. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
Gravity Defier for life. IMS for life.
Are you a new AT&T customer looking to upgrade your phone? You're trapped, locked into your contract for 3 years. And your phone is locked into their network too. No 2-year upgrade for you, Jonathan. But T-Mobile has a way out. Introducing the Easy Unlock. Bring your AT&T locked phone and T-Mobile will pay it off and give you one of the latest 5G smartphones free. Plus, next time you're ready for an upgrade a year earlier. You're free now, little one. So are you. Just so we're clear, I did trip on purpose for comedy.
Free your phone now at T-Mobile.
Zillow Home Loans turns finders into keepers. With a fast, transparent process and no hidden fees. There's no place like Zillow Home Loans.
If you're watching this Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance commercial, there's a good chance that you're alive. And if you're not, well, this may not be of interest to you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Life insurance? I'm going to live forever. Death is what happens to other people. Well, for the sake of argument, let's assume you're wrong and that someday you won't be watching TV anymore. I know it's not easy to talk about, so I'll do the talking. If you're 50 plus and alive, you can apply for Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance with guaranteed acceptance, regardless of your health. And since this life insurance is guaranteed, you don't have to get a medical exam. In fact, you don't even have to fill out a health questionnaire. For a free quote, just call 800-440-7811. Then, when you stop, if you stop watching TV, your family can use the insurance money to help cover your final expenses or anything else. For a free quote, call today, 800-440-7811. Your kids already inherited your ears, allergies, and questionable singing voice. Don't make them inherit your final expense tab, too.
I loved everything that I heard about Chime. I just didn't know how it would work without having a physical branch to go into.
but Chime has more than 60,000 fee-free ATMs. So whenever I need cash out, I just open up the Chime app and click ATM app. I love the fact that I can go into any Walgreens and deposit cash for free. The best thing about Chime is being paid up to 2 days early. As the budgeter in the family, I want to know where our money is, how much is being spent, and knowing those numbers is really important. Join me on Chime at chime.com.
Whether the repair is a simple fuel tank cap, a more complex sensor, or anything else, RockAuto.com has the parts you need.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Saturday at 1 Eastern on Fox. Houston takes on Philadelphia. Then Sunday at 6:30 on FS1. Birmingham battles Pittsburgh. Week 4 USFL action heats up this weekend on Fox and FS1.
Over 2 years, 43 people were charged with 29,726 counts of child sex abuse.
What I hope people learn is who was really responsible for the child abuse.
Menards has what you need to grow the perfect lawn. All 11% off. ProMix grass seed is fast working and contains added nutrients for a richer and healthier lawn. Pick up a bag today, just $10.99 each after rebate. Create the yard of your dreams with Pennington One-Step Sun and Shade Lawn Patch. It's everything you need to grow lush, thick grass, pre-mixed, and ready to use. This bag is just $12.99 after 11% rebate right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You've been with us from our first store to now nearly 20. We are hiring like crazy, so of course our healthcare has gotten complex and costly. Any great ideas?
Totally.
First step, a new company wellness program.
Then repackage the pharmacy benefit.
You two know all that? Not us.
But we have people.
Wow.
CBiz, your trusted local advisors, backed by specialists nationwide.
Feeling better already.
So sometimes the more things change, the more they stay the same. Steph Curry, 50 in a Game 7. Sacramento does not defend the home court, so now you get the matchup everybody wanted. If I told you, though, that we're getting a 6 seed versus 7 seed in the Western Conference semifinals, you might say, oh, no, we don't want that. Yeah, you do. You want every part of it. Golden State, L.A. Now, before we get to this matchup, Tim, here's the kind of side story that no one's really talking about. Everyone's kind of avoiding because it's kind of like Illuminati stuff. You know it exists, but you don't want to be the guy that acknowledges it exists because you get in trouble. All we know now is that the regular season doesn't mean a damn thing.
Nothing.
Because you're talking about a 6 seed in Golden State, a play-in team on both sides. The Miami Heat are a play-in team who lost the first game against the Hawks. Obviously, out west, you got the Lakers. You know, they're a play-in team, and yet it's everything we want. It's what we crave. It's like the oxygen us basketball fans need to breathe and live. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. We got Anthony Davis, LeBron James.
Yeah.
This is basketball.
Yes.
This is what we want.
Yes.
This is what we need.
Yes.
You can love both teams. You can hate them, but you got to respect them because it's high-level basketball.
Yes.
One of these teams goes to the Western Conference Finals.
Yes. You know, that number was alarming, and I guarantee you LeBron James knows about that him winning only 7 games against Steph, beating him 15.
Steph Curry's got a 15-7 playoff history record.
Right.
That's right.
I mean,
that's more than 2-1.
LeBron knows this, and at 38, LeBron is going to come out and try to do all that he can do to take his team to the next level and get them to the Western Conference championship and try to, margin that a little bit. But it's going to be hard. You got Steph, and they are healthy. And the Golden State Warriors, they are lethal. They are very lethal. When shots are going in and when Klay is clicking, Steph is clicking, and Wiggins is clicking like they did last year to win the championship, it's going to be hard to beat the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, and then here's the other thing. We didn't see it all year long. And then all of a sudden in Game 5 and Game 7, you saw Golden State play kind of basketball that the Kings, a very good young team with very little experience in the postseason, just couldn't match up against. And I'm not sure how much that experience or just look. you got great play out of a great player.
Experience matters.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't think experience doesn't matter. Experience does matter. Kevin Looney, prime example. Experience. Go out there and get 20 rebounds in three games for them to win. You know, Wiggins come out and played, 2 good games. Experience. Draymond Green. Even though we talking about him getting kicked, getting suspended for a game.
Yeah.
He still came out and played, the last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, played very well.
Very well. And experience.
Had 21 points in Game 6.
Game 6. And didn't say nothing, just went out there and played and did what he's supposed to do, and they win a series. So it's a lot of experience on the Golden State Warriors side, and that's what they're going to bring to the game against.
The other thing I think we have to stop saying, and I'm guilty of it too, is that, Golden State's a lousy road team. They were a lousy road team in the regular season. One of the worst road records in the entire NBA for any team not named San Antonio or Houston. They were third. I mean, they were a terrible team on the road, and all they do is go win Game 5 on the road and win Game 7, elimination game on the road. So I think we can drop the moniker of can't trust Golden State on the road. That's out the window now.
I've been known that was out the window.
You did? You didn't tell us.
In the playoffs, you just wasn't listening. I told you that. You just wasn't listening.
Tim, could you tell Tim to start saying these things in advance?
I said we got to stop saying that about them about away games.
Yeah.
Because that's out the window.
Yeah.
This is playoffs. Okay? And they start at home.
That's right.
They start at home against the Lakers.
They're a 6 seed with home court advantage.
Exactly.
I mean, of course, my Knicks have home court advantage. But yeah, so just saying with Golden State, LA, Golden State can win anywhere. It doesn't matter now, right?
I will put all my trust in the Steph Curry.
Yeah.
And when you need a game to win, he has proven night in and night out, when you need that game, he's that man.
Now, do you think it was a little offensive that yesterday, with the game out of hand, Steve Kerr left Steph Curry in solely that he could break the individual record set by Kevin Durant a couple years ago with Brooklyn when he had 48 in a Game 7? And now you have Steph Curry breaking that record, going for 50, but playing the last 4 minutes in a whitewash 20-point win. He didn't take Steph Curry off the court.
He wanted him to break that record.
Right.
Yeah. Point blank.
But is that good for the franchise ultimately that you kept Steph Curry on the court?
That's good. That's
selfish, egotistical, I need the record kind of nonsense.
All that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All that. Get it done. Steph, you're number one. And he wants Steph to be number one. That's why he left him in the game.
I mean, they were calling timeouts to give Steph a breather.
Exactly.
But with 5 minutes to go in a 20-point round, they didn't take Steph off the court.
I want to tell you this. Steph doesn't have a lot to say, but he wanted to say something last night. Not only did his play say something, but he said this. How come they not lighting up the beam today?
Yes, he did. After one of his threes or one of his made shots late, he went like this, like, where's the beam? Light the beam, Timmy. I don't know what the hell the beam is, but he keeps talking about it.
I don't know where they come up with that, but hey, they wasn't lighting it last night.
No, they weren't. In the first quarter, they did. But you also,
just like the Knicks did in the first quarter or first half.
We're not talking about that. All right. Enjoy the one win you're getting in that series.
Oh, my God.
Because you're not getting two, Timmy. You know that.
I can't wait till Wednesday.
I will say this. There was one video, and I forgot to ask the guys to get it, so it's on me. At the end of the first half, the Kings go into the locker room. They were up by 2, right? And you watch Steph Curry walk off the court. Ear-to-ear smile.
Yeah, he was smiling.
It was like he knew we took their best shot. And yes, they have a halftime lead.
Yes.
But we are good to go in the second half. You saw that too, right?
I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, he was you know what?
But I noticed that particularly
I noticed
going
that
into
too.
the locker room.
Yes.
He was smiling like we just took their best punch and we're still standing.
Yes.
They're screwed.
Yeah, he was very confident that when he went to that locker room, he told his team, we got them right where we want them.
Yeah.
We going to come out here. We going to take another punch from them, which they did. did.
In the third quarter.
In the third quarter.
Late,
They took a punch from them. They went up by like 8, 10 points. And then Steph them just came back and just started getting closer and closer and closer. And Sacramento got TBS. And in the third quarter, not in the fourth quarter.
No, they just started shooting prayers.
They just did everything. And I was like, why y'all, like you said, why you shooting three?
Yeah.
You know, why you keep shooting? You have to make plays against a great team to win games.
Yeah, and I thought Sacramento, if they had an advantage,
they panicked.
It was their athleticism and their youth, that they could run up and down the court all day. And they fell into a trap, and I'm not sure if that happens because of the way Golden State played defense or if just a young team not understanding the moment, they got away from what made them successful. They started relying on, every possession's a 25-footer. And while De'Aaron Fox is going to make his share, and Davis made a few, and Malik Monk was great off the bench, when every possession is an outside shot and you're not driving to the goal at all, you're actually playing into Golden State hands.
No question.
And that's what they did.
They played right into Golden State Warriors' hands. And Golden State, they know one thing. They can make shots.
Yes.
They can make shots. They're going to make shots. It's proven to make shots, especially in the fourth quarter. And that's what a moneymaker is. Steph Curry, Clay, and Wiggins, they make shots. And when you don't, every time you miss a shot here, and then Golden State go down here and make a three. You miss another shot here, they go down and make another three. You get Clay 4-point play right there at the end of the third quarter just demoralized the Sacramento Kings because they was right there. And then they hit that one. They went up by 10 with that shot right there, and then right before the third quarter ended, and that was the game.
Yeah, it wasn't even a foul, by the way.
He can't come in his landing space.
Nah,
come on.
Klay Thompson fell down before the shot went in. Like, what are we doing?
No, he did not.
I mean, he is a world-class flopper, but he don't tell me where he gets hit.
Wait.
He don't get hit.
Right there. Clay is not a flopper.
He flopped on that one.
No, well,
you know when you flop if you're Klay Thompson? When your shots aren't going down, you start flopping.
But that shot went down.
Yeah, it went down and he flopped. Right.
Got hit in the leg.
Oh, stop.
What do you mean stop?
It's an epidemic in the NBA. Guys fall down shooting 25-foot threes.
So none of the Knicks flop.
The Knicks are never flop.
Never.
You will not see a single Knick ever take a dive. You won't. And which is why you guys can't name a guy that ever has. I'm waiting. I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. No Knick has ever flopped.
Ever.
Listen, we'll punch you in the face and then hide behind three guys. But we ain't flopping.
So did Jimmy Butler flop yesterday?
Jimmy Butler, no, that was a real injury. I didn't accuse him of flopping.
I'm just saying.
I mean, to be fair, he stayed on the ground a little bit longer than I would have liked. But he rolled his ankle.
Didn't?
Julius Randle rolled his ankle, damn near broke it.
Oh, what a hero.
Damn near broke it.
Amazing.
And still wanted to play. The difference here is that Jimmy Butler didn't come out of the game.
Right, he couldn't because he had to shoot the free throw.
He had to shoot the free throws, Kobe style, right?
Right.
When Kobe tore the Achilles.
Right.
He goes, I'm still going to shoot the free throws,
Right.
and then you can take me out.
Right, I got to get my points.
I need my points. That's exactly right.
That's
Anyhow, I'm all pumped up because Golden State LA, well, it's not the way the predictors predicted it. It's what we all wanted.
Yes.
Because we are coming to the end of both of their careers. LeBron James and Steph Curry, at some point, it is going to come to an end.
Yes.
So the fact that we are getting high-level, awesome basketball from two of the great players to ever play, and now they go head-to-head, for guys like us that love basketball, this is a dream.
A dream.
Like, I can't lose watching this series because I'm going to get great basketball.
Yeah.
I think Golden State wins the series.
No question.
I think they're deeper. I think they're better. And they're more playoff tested. And I think they can beat you in multiple ways. I don't think the Lakers can. That being said, it ain't going to be a 4 or 5 game series.
And the series is going Golden State Warriors way because every game is every other day. It's not a 3 game or two days and after one game. It's a game every other day, which was because of the Warriors closing it out in 7. If they would have closed it out in 6 or 5, then they would have had a 2 or 3 day break in between.
Now let me ask you this.
But like I said, the 6, like you said before, Number 6 and number 7, throw that out the window.
Yeah, it means nothing. The seeding means nothing at all, right?
This is what we want.
I tell you what does mean something. This is the 5th round now in the playoffs of Golden State versus LeBron. At least not just Laker LeBron, but LeBron. And Steph Curry's gotten the better of him team-wise.
Yes.
If the Golden State Warriors take out the Lakers, can we stop all the nonsensical arguments about LeBron's the GOAT and all that other stuff? Can we put that to the side, please, and acknowledge that Steph Curry owns LeBron James come playoff time? Is that fair for me to say?
That's fair for you to say.
Thank you. I just want to put it out there now.
That's fair for you to say.
This is a legacy series.
Right.
If Steph Curry and the Warriors beat the Lakers, then LeBron can never open up his trap again about being the best.
It's not the Lakers. I think it's more so you talking about the head-to-head with
Yes,
LeBron.
that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yes.
Did Steph Curry have KD on his team for those 2 of those series?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we're
what? And did
LeBron's
KD
never
win?
played with
Just a real quick question.
Yeah.
Did KD win Finals MVP 2 of those series?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yes,
so
he did.
what does Steph have to do with any of this?
Steph Curry's the best player on every team he's ever played on.
Except for 2 finals
Just
that KD
because
won.
KD won the MVP. It's only because Steph got hurt in one of them.
It's a team game, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Is it a team game?
It is.
Okay, so why? I mean,
he don't like Steph Curry.
I like Steph Curry fine, but I'm sitting here hearing nonsense like Steph Curry didn't have KD with him.
By the way, LeBron James has always had a superstar next to him.
Right.
It's okay.
Right.
It's okay. That's the world we live in right now. It ain't like you could point to a LeBron championship where he didn't have a great player playing with him.
So you telling me that Magic, James Worthy, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I mean, that was...
I'm just saying he just framed it as Steph versus LeBron. It has not been Steph versus Lebron. It was Steph and KD versus LeBron.
Yeah. If that gets you through the night, then you do that.
Who was first? It was Steph first, right?
Not important.
Yeah,
it's not important. That's not important. What's important
Steph
is
winning 2 titles without KD before KD.
Right. But those weren't against LeBron, were they?
They were.
Without KD?
Listen.
Yes.
Which one?
Bottom line is this.
They won at least one.
Bottom line is this. You're talking about 2 of the great players to ever play the game. And I want you to sit at home and enjoy it, knowing that you took a 7 seed all the way to the Western Conference semifinals. And that's where it came to an end for you. And you should be okay with that because you're barely even a playoff team.
Oh, my God. I can't wait for Miami to sweep your Knicks.
You see?
I cannot wait.
See how he lashes out like that?
Play his lights. Play his lights now. This place needs red and white lights. Play the lights. Oh, so much better in here. Boy, love me some Miami.
Yeah. It's nice and warm, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Jimmy Buckets.
Our guy.
Jimmy Buckets back there. This guy over here.
And once they bring back the other lights.
Hey, no, put that down. Put that down.
Put the lights.
Yes, we got plenty of lights. He's got plenty of lights. Coming up.
Don't be upset.
Everybody's favorite Monday segment, a little something we call Get Learnt. And that's what we learned over the weekend of sports right after this. And you might be surprised with what I learned about the NBA here on FS1.
Ace is the only national hardware retailer that carries Benjamin Moore paint at over 4,000 stores. And only Ace offers the Extra Mile Promise. We'll help you get everything you need to paint in one trip or delivery is free.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This week is your chance to try any Subway footlong for free, like the Subway Series menu. Just buy any footlong in the app and get one free.
Everyone loves free stuff, Chuck.
Can we get paid in a footlong? Get it before it's gone on the Subway app.
Isn't that your car?
That could have been bad.
2-2.
The only thing I regret about my life is that I did what everyone else did at the time. I hired local talent. If I knew about Upwork, I would have hired actually talented people from all over the world, instead of talentless people from all over my house.
Grandpa!
This is how we work now.
Cuervo on the rocks.
Introducing Tradicional Cristalino.
What causes a curve down there? Can it be treated?
Stop typing and start talking. It could be a medical condition called Peyronie's disease or PD, and it could be treated without surgery. Find a specialized urologist who can diagnose PD and build a treatment plan with you. Visit makeapdplan.com today.
If you're watching this Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance commercial, there's a good chance that you're alive. And if you're not, well, this may not be of interest to you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Life insurance? I'm going to live forever. Death is what happens to other people. Well, for the sake of argument, let's assume you're wrong and that someday you won't be watching TV anymore. I know it's not easy to talk about, so I'll do the talking. If you're 50 plus and alive, you can apply for Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance with guaranteed acceptance, regardless of your health. And since this life insurance is guaranteed, you don't have to get a medical exam. In fact, you don't even have to fill out a health questionnaire. For a free quote, just call 800-440-7811. Then, when you stop, if you stop watching TV, your family can use the insurance money to help cover your final expenses or anything else. For a free quote, call today, 800-440-7811. Your kids already inherited your ears, allergies, and questionable singing voice. Don't make them inherit your final expense tab, too.
Happy Mother's Day!
Life gets busy. Mother's Day is the perfect time to slow it all down and show Mom just how much you care. Give Mom a thoughtful and custom Mother's Day gift she'll never forget. With fast shipping, ordering is a piece of cake. See our Mother's Day products and more at sendacake.com. That's sendacake.com.
AG1 is so much more than a greens powder. In one single scoop, it delivers daily multivitamins, pre- and probiotics, stress adaptogens, and yes, greens. Start your journey at athleticgreens.com.
Let's talk about your dirty ears. And let me guess, you're probably cleaning them with these. You need to be using Whoosh. Trust me, no one wants to tell you how gross your ears look. So whoosh yourself, you dirty you. Get 15% off and free shipping at trywhoosh.com.
When the details take precedence, the rest falls perfectly into place. We strip away everything but the essential. And what we're left with are thoughtful bedrooms for modern living. Thuma.
Sunday on Fox. The stars are out.
They say that we the next attraction. Let's go. I'm talking lights, camera, action. Who will be crowned the top dog?
The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, sponsored by Purina Pro Plan, begins with the Masters Agility Championship, Sunday at 2 Eastern on Fox.
All right, welcome back to the Carton Show. It's Monday, so a lot of things happened over the weekend. A little segment we like to call Get Lert. It's what I learned over the weekend. You guys can have at it. This is just my take on things from the weekend. Nothing more, nothing less. Start off with Aaron Rodgers. He, of course, is the quarterback of the New York Jets. He went to a Ranger game on Friday at Madison Square Garden. He went to the Knickerbocker game Sunday, Madison Square Garden. Here's where we learned about Aaron Rodgers. He's a front-running weasel who likes free things. Your thoughts? Feel free to comment on that, yes?
What's the problem?
Yeah.
He is the New York Jets QB. Why are you mad at him going to other New York sporting events?
He should have gone to the Ranger game. I totally appreciate that. I've got no problem with that. He's a Milwaukee Buck fan.
Okay.
Keep your Buck ass out of my building during a Knick playoff game.
Okay.
That's my problem with it, all right?
Free is for me.
I'm with you. Listen, I went to game 3 for the Friday night before. I didn't pay for those tickets.
I didn't think so.
I sat next to the Knick bench. Free is for me, too.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't show up in Miami wearing a Heat jersey, right?
Right.
Right. So that's all I have to say about that. Now, if you want to get me and my son courtside tickets for game 3, I'll accept that graciously because I'm that kind of guy. But I'll wear a Knick shirt when I get there, which is why you can't give me tickets.
Well, what if he shows up to the game and actually touches Julius Randle the way you touch somebody and actually makes fixes everything?
Look at me right there, touching R.J. Barrett on the left shoulder, giving him all my basketball powers, and he's been money good ever since. He's averaged like 26.
He's been playing well. He has been playing well since you touched him.
Yes.
Yes.
But I'm
not buying it.
I wonder what Aaron Rodgers shows up at next. I hear the Mets offering free admission. We'll probably go there. That's a museum.
It is.
All right.
Stop it.
The second thing I learned here is that the Knicks need Julius Randle to beat the Miami Heat. And I say that respectfully of what the Miami Heat do and also what I don't think they do well. they're not going to guard the big fella well, and they didn't this year. He averaged, as you said, about 30 points a game when he played Miami this year.
Yes.
And I think the Knicks, while they didn't miss him in the first half, to be fair, and they didn't miss him in the game and a half he missed in the previous series, the offense seems to run smoother without him. But without him, I'm missing a major scoring presence that I obviously needed in Game 1.
Yes, I'm with you on this. They need Randall on the court. They need Randall
specifically against this Heat team.
Yeah, specifically because he poses a mismatch for the Heat.
Yep.
He could get to the rim. They don't have anybody that can really stay in front of him. He get a shot off easily against anybody on that team. He could post them up too. So I think they missed his scoring yesterday and his rebound and his all-around play yesterday. And for Game 2, and I hope he comes back, and I just hope he comes back healthy for Game 2.
Yeah.
And it'd be a different game.
And what do you do if you're Miami? I mean,
you have to adjust.
I assume it's Adebayo who's going to cover him.
You have to adjust. It's going to be Adebayo. It's going to be Kevin Love. It's going to be, a team effort. Whoever switches them, because they're going to switch.
Right.
Jimmy Butler. So he has.
And while the Knicks don't get a lot of scoring out of the 5 spot, out of their center, with Hartenstein or I think that's Hartenstein or Mitchell Robinson, who's the worst free throw shooter in the league, by the way.
Airball yesterday.
Yes, he did shoot an airball. He did hit the net, though.
Yeah,
he did.
Good for him.
Yeah, he hit the net.
You know what?
And then he made the second one.
If you hit the net, that's not an airball.
Yeah. Anyhow, so the New York Knicks need Julius Randle.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. All right. The third thing I learned over the weekend is that the regular seasons just do not matter.
No.
In the NBA. And the NHL. The Boston Bruins right here set a record. They had the best regular season in NHL history. And while they did choke, they blew a 3-1 series lead to whomever they were playing.
Florida Panthers.
Is it the Panthers?
Panthers.
So the Carolina Panthers took care of business against them. They play football, they play hockey.
Florida Panthers.
Yeah, Cam Newton had the game-winning goal.
Oh, good for him.
There you go.
Look at
There you go, right there.
Back.
Is that Christian McCaffrey? Wait a minute, is that Sam Darnold?
Is that He Hate Me Smart?
Wait a minute. Oh, no, you just ruined it.
How did I ruin it? That's a classic.
No, you just ruined it. Come on.
He Hate Me Smart? Oh, that was a great reference to the Panthers.
I will tell you this.
Oh, look, Jake Delhomme is playing for the Panthers. All right, there you go, Cody. I saved you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I will tell you this. When you up 3-1, you expecting to close the game.
You think?
And like you said, TBS.
Yeah.
Each game that happens, and you like,
all of a sudden pressure.
Even though you at home.
Yeah.
You don't score a goal until
Now I give Boston. They were down 2-0 in that game. Came back. And I even think they had the lead. They gave up a goal with just under a minute to go in regulation. And then at that point, it's a wrap because the tight booty syndrome attacks.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Anyhow, we've learned a valuable lesson
Didn't
here.
we?
Cody's references are very old.
My references are old.
Yes.
You're coming out here dropping Woody Allen references from 1975 most of the time.
I don't believe I did that, but okay, sure. Why not? Bananas was a great movie. That being said, the regular season doesn't mean anything.
No,
in hockey, you just need a hot goalie, and in basketball, you just need a superstar who wakes up in April.
Right.
Pretty much that's what you get, right?
Exactly.
All right, what else
today? One might wake up in April and have a great playoff series.
Exactly right. All right, what else did I learn? I learned that, how about this? We are now guaranteed that we're going to have a superstar over the age of 30 in the Western Conference Finals. Whether that's Steph Curry, whether that's LeBron James, the old heads rule the day in the Western Conference there, Timmy.
I like that. I like the old heads in the Western Conference Championship Series, and I think that again, they're not going to prevail against Denver Nuggets if they make it. But it's going to be this series is going to be an epic series, and both of these guys, they want to prove to each other who's better than who.
And the beauty of this also is that this is the only era when this could have happened, where guys well into their 30s can still dominate at this level. And a lot of that has to do, I'm sure, with nutrition and, 24/7, workout plans and, taking care of your body and your mind and all those things.
And
but there's no other era where you were going to have guys in their mid to late 30s still playing at a level that they played at when they were in their mid to late 20s.
That's the credit to those two guys.
Yeah, it sure is.
They take well care of their bodies. They understand what they need to eat, how they need to, keep themselves healthy and strong.
Right.
And what they need to do to stay out there and compete at a high level.
And think about this. You're a generation removed from these guys, maybe half a generation. And Tim, your story, not mine, when you played against the LA Lakers in your career, where did you guys practice? Where was the Lakers? You're not, when you hear this story,
100% true.
This is not that long ago. Where did the Lakers practice?
They practice at Inglewood High School. We walked into high school, and we was gonna practice there, and his kids just walking around. There's no net on the rims, nothing like that. I was like, this is where the
Lakers,
Los Angeles Lakers, Magic Johnson, Byron Scott.
Yeah.
This is where, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, this is where they practiced.
They practiced at a high school.
At a high school.
That's not more than 25 years ago, right? That would not fly today.
No.
But 25 years ago,
it was
the
flying.
LA Lakers practiced at Inglewood High School.
100% true.
Which is crazy. The other thing I learned over the weekend, and I did a little test, double stuffed Oreos have more stuff than 2 regular Oreos.
Really?
Yeah, I did a test on that this weekend.
And how were they?
Yeah. Look at me, Tim.
Oh, look
Matter
at
of
you
fact,
guys.
Tim and I don't like to talk about Tim without his permission, but Tim and I, we traveled this weekend.
Okay.
We were in Bangladesh eating Oreos, and we learned that, that's a true story, that the double stuff is more than double the fluff that a regular Oreo has.
I'm not going to lie, you both look terrific in this photo.
We do.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Tim and I are also filming a pilot for Fox. It's called Tim and Craig Travel the World.
Oh.
Yes,
Let's do it.
It's a working title, but we're in Bangladesh filming an Oreo segment.
Why was I not invited to this?
Because it's called Tim and Craig Travel the World. That's why.
Oh.
I mean, that's just what it's called, Cody.
Oh.
I mean, it wasn't called Tim, Craig, and Cody.
Oh.
And it's a Fox project that I'm not supposed to talk about. But we ate a lot of Oreos, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Oh. Yes.
Which is why you look like this today.
That's exactly correct.
Exactly.
Coming up, we got your late show headlines. Do the 76ers have a chance to beat Boston without the MVP of the league, which will be announced tomorrow right here on FS1?
Panera's new toasted baguette is loaded with fresh details. Ripe tomatoes, melted mozzarella, and freshly made green goddess dressing. And when they come together, those details become big. New toasted baguettes. Cater your next event with Panera.
This electric feels different because it's powered by the most potent source of energy there is. You. This is the Lexus variety of electrification. Inspired by, created for, and powered by you.
Is your cat getting too cool? Give him new Temptations dry cat food.
I didn't want to get into credit cards. I didn't know anything about it, and it felt very risky to me. But my friend told me about the Chime Credit Builder card, and it was crazy. I didn't have to worry about interest, fees, credit checks. My score's up 80 points. Join me at Chime.com.
If you're watching this Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance commercial, there's a good chance that you're alive. And if you're not, well, this may not be of interest to you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Life insurance? I'm going to live forever. Death is what happens to other people. Well, for the sake of argument, let's assume you're wrong and that someday you won't be watching TV anymore. I know it's not easy to talk about, so I'll do the talking. If you're 50 plus and alive, you can apply for Gerber Life Guaranteed Life Insurance with guaranteed acceptance, regardless of your health. And since this life insurance is guaranteed, you don't have to get a medical exam. In fact, you don't even have to fill out a health questionnaire. For a free quote, just call 800-440-7811. Then, when you stop, if you stop watching TV, your family can use the insurance money to help cover your final expenses or anything else. For a free quote, call today, 800-440-7811. Your kids already inherited your ears, allergies, and questionable singing voice. Don't make them inherit your final expense tab, too.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Eargo, with great sound, lifetime support, and available at retail.
And this is our latest hearing aid, also available at retail.
And support? Treat your ears to $260 off Eargo 7.
Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series heads to FS1. Larson and Elliott battle across the plains of Kansas, but lightning-fast Bubba Wallace looks to strike again. The Advent Health 400 from Kansas. Coverage begins Sunday at 2 Eastern on FS1.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
This is our premium platinum coverage map, and this is Consumer Cellular's map. See the difference?
No, I don't see the difference. Do you?
Well, that one's purple. Exactly. That's our premium.
What does that mean?
I think it means it costs more.
For the same coverage.
That's what makes it premium.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
No, but it is premium.
I'd just go with Consumer Cellular.
Thank you.
Got to say.
Get the exact same coverage as the nation's leading carriers, starting at $20. Consumer Cellular.
AG1 by Athletic Greens gives you the daily nutrients that form the foundation for your health routine. It's made with the highest quality ingredients, put through the strictest quality testing standards, so everybody can own their health. Start your journey at athleticgreens.com.
Welcome back to the Carton Show on FS1, and it's time for your mid-show headlines. And headline number one, Hardaway Show. I ruined a great joke, Greg.
You and the producers really got
absolutely
that
ruined.
together.
Welcome back to the Carton Show on FS1. Headline number one, the Heat absolutely dominated the Knicks last night, and they take game one in the Garden. It was embarrassing for the Knicks, absolutely embarrassing.
Having a tough time, aren't you?
Very, very much so. But listen, what do you think about your Knicks?
I want to see the fanboy over here. But you know what's so lame about that? My finger's bigger than yours.
Oh,
how about that?
That's okay.
It's also a foam finger.
And by the way, it ain't the angle, it ain't the depth perception. I wear bigger gloves than Tim Hardaway. That's all you need to know right there. Yeah. A lot of people say to me all the time, hey, Tim Hardaway, NBA Hall of Famer, but can he take a ball to the face? Let's see. No.
Yikes. Oh, look, you knocked down Brunson.
What? What?
Oh, now Brunson's going to be out for game two.
Yes. And I'm not playing.
No, you're not.
So sorry about that. Now, look, Knicks Heat, I want to give the Miami Heat, you're good, buddy, a lot of credit because, as you said earlier today, hostile environment.
Yes.
The Knicks crowd was lit. It was everything you want Madison Square Garden to be.
Yes.
Knicks got off to actually a pretty good start. They faltered in the last couple minutes of the first half, where the Knicks had a 12-point lead early in the game, had a dominant first quarter, but never put Miami away. And the one thing we learned about this specific Miami Heat team in the first series against Milwaukee, number one, you have to throw out the regular season. They had tons of injuries, and were never even, their starting five changed, it seemed like damn near every week, right?
Every game.
So now you have, although they're not healthy, obviously Oladipo's out, Tyler Hero's out.
Healthy.
Right. They are playing confident ball, and no lead is too safe. The problem with the Knicks, and we talked about it last week, is that they will go through scoring droughts. Miami will also.
Yes.
But when you have a team that recognizes There is no lead that we can't come back from based on being down 14 in the fourth quarter against Milwaukee, down 16 in the fourth quarter against Milwaukee, and winning those games. The New York Knicks can't rest. They can't say, hey, we're up 12. We can take 4 or 5 possessions off with sloppy passes or bad shots. The other thing that happened in this game, which was a real problem, I think, Timmy, is that the Knicks started relying on a perimeter game. They're not a perimeter offense. They're not. They're not the greatest shooting three-point team in the league, and yet they took 34 threes and only made 7 of them.
That's too many for the Knicks.
Yep.
You know, they are a team that goes to the hole, aggressive going to the hole, aggressive making mid-range jump shots, and when you rely on threes, and I think, you know, late in the fourth quarter, they relied on them threes to try to get back in it. Right. Instead of doing what the Miami Heat did, is just chip at it, and try to get it down within 2 minutes, 5 points within 2 minutes, and then try to take over the game. But like you said, the Miami Heat always, they never, you know, feel like it's too overwhelming.
Yeah, they're never out of it.
You got to go out and put your foot on their necks and be up 20, 25 games. And that still isn't safe, but you have a cushion, much more of a cushion in the 12 to 16 points than 20 to 25 points.
And I thought,
and like you said, you have to do what you do best.
Yeah, they didn't play their game.
No, they didn't play their game. They played the Miami Heat game.
They didn't. Defensively, they had lapses where they let 40-foot passes over everybody's head, which is not just that's just lazy. It's not paying attention.
And I'm gonna tell you this to your credit. You know, sometimes at a 1 o'clock game, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock game, you're not really ready to play at that particular time because you're not used to playing at that.
You said guys hate that, right?
Guys hate playing at 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock games because they're out of a routine.
Sure.
To come in, you know, they normally playing at night or 3:30, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. At 1.
I don't like the 1 o'clock game either. It used to benefit the Knicks when they would play regular season Sunday games at 1 because the other team comes into town on Saturday. I'm sure you had this in Miami as well.
Yes.
And what's that team do? They go out.
They go out.
They go to clubs. They go to restaurants. They're up late.
Because you don't come to New York a lot.
Right.
So you want to experience New York.
Right.
You want to experience
Always
Miami.
played into our hands now.
Exactly.
The playoff time, in theory, should be different. And obviously, with a Jimmy Butler-led team, it is going to be different.
The reason why it's different is because you here for at least 3 or 4 days.
Right.
You know, you're not here just one night. You here 3 or 4 days. And you know that after the game, a 1 o'clock game, you
got plenty of time.
You got plenty of time to go and do whatever you want to do. So, yeah, it kind of hurts the Knicks that way, but it helps the other team.
I think the Knicks bounce back. I think when you look at what Miami did to beat them, and I give Miami all the credit, they did those things. It wasn't just Jimmy Butler. No. It was a ruse. It was Kevin Love. It was Bam Adebayo.
Vincent.
They got Vincent, who is not afraid to shoot. That guy in the playground will get punched in the face because he is not afraid to shoot. And it is a black hole when he gets the rock. The ball's going up. But you also need a guy like that who's not afraid to shoot threes. And the New York Knicks couldn't buy a bucket from behind the arc. And plus, don't forget, Jalen Brunson didn't make a single three. All his points actually came in the paint. And you need Julius Randle in this series. And I do think we get him back for game 2.
Well, headline number 2, Steph Curry scores 50 points to lead the Golden State Warriors over the Sacramento Kings last night in Game 7. Where do you rank this as far as playoff performances of all time?
I don't rank things like that because it's stupid.
Okay.
But I appreciate you asking. It's a fair question. It's a great performance. But, the last couple buckets were not needed. He shouldn't have been on the court. That'll come back and haunt them in Game 1 against the Lakers. But it's still a great accomplishment that Steph Curry, at 34 years old, dropped 50 points into Game 7. No one in the history of league has ever done better than that. Kevin Durant at 48 a couple years ago for the Brooklyn Nets. And now it's all about, kind of erasing the chalkboard and just writing 2 names up there. Lakers, Warriors. And that's what everybody wanted. Now, for everybody that yells and screams about reseeding, because I know Sixers fans are ticked off that they got to play the Celtics and they're not playing the Miami Heat right now. Too bad. That's the way it goes, and that's what gives us Warriors, Lakers, and nobody's complaining about that.
Right, correct. I mean, if you don't like to see him go out and do something in the regular season.
Yes. Well, Philly fans are very upset about it.
I mean, well,
because they got to play the Celtics.
That's their fault.
And they should be playing actually the Knicks.
Right. But if they would have came in number one.
Yeah.
You know,
they would have had to worry about it.
They didn't have
That's
to worry
right.
about
If their superstar didn't get hurt like he does every year, they wouldn't have to worry about it.
Exactly.
But here we are. Steph Curry, LeBron James.
And why do you think that this is going to hurt Steph Curry and
Well, I'm just inventing reasons to be critical of things. That's nothing more, nothing less.
That's what I want.
I'm just keeping it real. I'm just inventing stuff.
No, you should go out there. If you have a chance to beat a record, go out there and beat that record.
Of course, as long as it doesn't hurt your team.
But it didn't hurt his team. It didn't hurt his team. He left him out there. They was up 20. They knew that he could get that record. He won that record too. He probably.
The only thing that would come up, and to be fair about it, Tim, is as I'm watching the game and the game's a rout, it's over. I mean, with 6 minutes left, the game was over. I know you got to play that till about 3 or 4 minutes left.
That 3 or 4 minutes left.
I get that. I respect that because teams have gone on crazy runs.
Yes.
The thing I'm saying, and maybe it's because I've gotten older, I don't know, and I've seen other guys get hurt in meaningless minutes.
True.
And I say to myself,
you're absolutely right.
Steph Curry had a major injury this year. He missed 3 weeks of the season. Steph Curry is the engine that propels everything Golden State does. The game is a wrap. I respect you want him to get the record. And I love the fact that they're aware of that. I like that, actually. But there comes a point where what's more important, making sure my best player's healthy and gets out of this series healthy, or I risk that health by giving him a chance to break the record. And that's I guess
stickler.
it's a tough decision.
That's
I don't
stickler
know.
right there. That's stickler, and that's a very tough decision. They went with that decision to stay in, get the record, then I take you out. Nothing happened, thank God.
Right.
And we move on.
Yep.
But Steph was tremendous yesterday. He put the team on his back. He sensed that team needed to come out and he shoots 38 times to win this game and be aggressive. And everybody, like Draymond said, he's different.
He is different.
He's different. And when it's that time, you can see it in his eyes. You can see how much fun he had, how the charisma and all the confidence that he had shooting the ball. When I saw him shoot over Murray the first half, and Murray was right there, and he just missed the ball, I was like, oh, Steph is going to have an epic game.
Steph made a point after the game. He said, we don't always make the entire game plan trying to get me my shot, but when we do, it usually works out pretty good for us. And that's what, and he's right. Like, they made a point of saying Clay's not shooting well. Wiggins isn't playing his best offensive game. You got a dynamo and Kevon Looney on the boards, but one guy's shooting the rock well. Whether it was little floaters, whether it was the three, whether it was Globetrotter-style underhand stuff, the entire arsenal was on. And for those of you who have not gotten to watch a lot of Steph Curry, I don't know where you've been, there's one part of his game that has always, for me, remained underrated. His handle is stupid.
His handles are crazy.
Right?
That's how you get open.
It's crazy if you watch him sometimes.
And when he's focused.
Yes.
When he's focused and not playing with the ball too much, when he's focused, like yesterday, he's into it. Look at him. Little push-off right there. I used to do that all the time. Little push-off right there, step back three.
Yep.
Step back there, and that's not a flop
That's
either.
not a foul.
That's not a flop either. So, but no, he was in his whole bag, going to the hole, shooting one-hand layups over people. I mean, at times, he was looking like he was playing horse out there by himself.
Right.
That's how much fun he was having.
Yeah.
And, and tribute to the Golden State Warriors, Steve Kerr understanding what Steph was doing yesterday and understanding, like you said, what Clay and Wiggins wasn't doing.
Yep.
And everything.
Feed the monster. Feed the monster.
But you know what? But he was still unselfish, getting other guys involved and making them get open and having wide open shots. They just didn't make them, except Clay did make one at the end of the third quarter for a
4-point play. Yeah.
So I mean, it was just a great game to watch. If you not a Steph fan, but a basketball fan, it was great basketball to watch yesterday.
Yeah, and if you're Sacramento,
Both games.
suck it up. You know, you made the playoffs this year, and you lost Game 7 at home.
It's a valuable lesson to learn.
Yes.
It's a valuable, and they young guys.
Yeah.
And next year, this year is going to eat at them all summer long.
I hope so.
It's going to eat at them all summer long, and they're going to come back more and more attentive, more and more aware of what they need to do to be better next year.
Fun young team to watch. I'll give Sacramento that.
Yes.
But they did not get the job done at home. What else you got, Cody?
Headline number 3, Durant and the Suns take on the Nuggets in Game 2 tonight. They lost by 20 in Game 1, but a question for you, Craig. Did we overhype the Suns going into this?
You fellas overhyped the Suns.
I did. No question.
Not we. I mean, I've been saying for the whole time that while they might have the best starting 5, they've got no depth.
None.
And not that you got to go to 9 or 10 guys in the playoffs, but just having a great 5 does not alone win you a championship. Now, I would expect that Kevin Durant comes ready to play tonight. Not that he did in Game 1, but they got dominated by Bubble Murray. Jamal Murray's all the way back, and Jokic. And it's just like a quiet little story. No one's talking about. The Denver Nuggets had 0 problems with the Phoenix Suns in Game 1. And nobody's talking about it, even us. We're talking about Golden State and L.A., talking about the Knicks and the Heat, right? But you have the best team in basketball all year just quietly going about their business. Who's next? We'll take you on, too.
Is that the problem, though? Is it because they're doing it quietly? They're boring.
No, it's because they're the Denver Nuggets. That's why. That's it. I mean, when I think of Denver, I don't think of basketball. I think of the Broncos. And until they get to an NBA final and win one or lose in a classic 7-game series to a great team, we're not going to take them seriously, but we should.
We should.
I mean, when you're the best team in basketball over 82 games and you dominate the first round and you win Game 1 of the next round against everybody's favorite to win it all, and still ain't nobody talking about you. That's a problem.
When I saw Game 1, real quick, I really saw the depth of Denver Nuggets and the lack of depth of the Phoenix Suns. So I changed all my aspects of everything, and I'm going with the Denver Nuggets to beat the Suns. And the Suns might not win a game in this series.
Wow. How about that?
Man.
That's a major change. Yeah, kind of like when you went from this jersey to that jersey.
That was
a major change.
That was a major change.
You stayed in the sunshine, though. You weren't stupid.
No, I was not.
You're like, I got the California sun or the Florida sun.
Exactly.
Okay, Florida sun's not bad.
No, it's great. It's great.
Did you laid out by the pool, worked on your tan?
Yes.
I just played basketball 3 days a week.
Oh, that's all.
That's it.
And then we'll go to the South Beach and just hang out,
Yeah, we'll stop there. I'll save you.
I just said, just chill out there.
Just hang out. Just hang out on the beach. Do a little bicycle riding. That's about all. We got lots more coming up, including Game 2 for the Knicks and the Heat, and the matchup everybody wants a piece of. Steph Curry, LeBron James, and the latest on that weasel Aaron Rodgers. Right after this on FS1.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You're fans of the grind, of kneading and flattening. Because saving time is never as important as cherishing it. You are fighters, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Welcome back to Just Try It. Let's tell Patricia what she's won. You get to try new Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream.
It's delicious Dr. Pepper with refreshing strawberry flavor.
And a smooth, creamy finish. But wait, there's more. Why not try it in your brand new car?
It's a strawberries and cream 4x4. Enjoy that new car flavor.
What do you have to say, Patricia?
Just try it. Try new Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream.
If I had to replace my engine, the bill would have been over $4,000. But my Endurance Auto Protection Plan covered it all.
A broken AC unit costs over $1,800. A transmission, over $3,000. And an engine, over $4,000. Breakdowns used to mean paying thousands out of pocket. Until now. Go to EnduranceWarranty.com or call Endurance today and stop paying for expensive auto repairs. Call 877-204-1404 or visit EnduranceWarranty.com for a free quote.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How you doing?
Over here. Kev, can I get a response to the trade rumors?
Trade. Trades means moving, man. We talking about moving? Moving means contractors, inspectors, strangers judging my carpet. What we talking about, staging? We talking about a faux ficus. a full ficus. Nobody's gonna bring a full ficus into my house.
You could use Open Door, sell your house directly to them. It's easy.
I guess we're moving.
Kev.
What you gonna ask me about next, man? Practice?
New projects means new project managers. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/hire and get started today.
Guess what? Today's my last day. Gonna do my own thing.
Got a feeling I can't escape it. Feeling good, better yet for great, 'cause I reinvented myself. Na, 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 na. I had to make it happen myself. Didn't have any help singing out, y'all.
For the life you're making, Etsy has it.
The USFL kicks off with Week 4. This is it. Saturday at 1 Eastern on Fox.
Look at that!
The Houston Gamblers take on the Philadelphia Stars. Then Sunday at 6:30 on FS1, the Birmingham Stallions battle the Pittsburgh Maulers.
See you later.
Real pros, real football for real fans. Week 4 USFL action heats up this weekend on Fox and FS1.
Life's better under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Right now is the best time to live well. To give your all to something you love, whether big or small. To live with your health in mind, letting our team of primary care doctors help you feel your best. To live for the rest of your life by making the most of every moment. As your partner in convenient and exceptional care, we're here to help you live for what matters most. Advocate Healthcare.
All Night in America on Fox. Rafael Devers and the Red Sox take on Trey Turner and the Phillies. Or the Orioles battle Ronald Acuna Jr. and the Braves. It's Baseball Night in America, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Well, you got a little Eastern Conference playoff basketball tonight, but no Joel Embiid right there because he's a dirty player, as you guys all know. He was not suspended for the game. He just hurt his one of the ligaments in his knee because that's what big fellas do. There you go, right there. The right knee's no good, too bad. And here's the problem. If you're the Sixers, and that is the fact that Joel Embiid has been dominant in the 4 times he played the Boston Celtics this year, averaging 37 and 12. I mean, I know the other guys get paid too, but they're not beating the Boston Celtics without Joel Embiid. And that sucks because we were going to have this great, 6-7 game series, tire them both out so that the Knicks could go right to the NBA Finals after they beat the Miami Heat. Then I lose game 1 against the Heat, and this turkey ain't playing in game 1 against the Celtics.
Well, that's unfortunate that he's not playing in game 1. They definitely.
He may not play in game 2 either.
He may not, right. But they definitely need him to go out there and solidify the low post position and make it hard and tough for the Boston Celtics because they don't have an answer for Embiid. They totally don't have an answer for Embiid. He does what he wants to do when he wants to do it against those guys. But now since he's out game 1 and game 2, like I said, Quigley, Harden, Tobias Harris, the rest of the crew has to come up and step up big time in order for them to have a good series against Boston. If not, then if they go down 0-2, it's going to be tough for them for the Sixers.
You know what's funny? You already have them going down 0-2. They haven't even played game 1 yet.
Right.
So it tells me where Tim Hardaway's head is.
Yes.
You don't think Philly has a chance in Boston. That's what I'm hearing.
I think Philly.
Is that right, Timmy? Hold on one second.
I think Philly.
That's what Timmy said.
I give everybody a chance because that's why they play the game.
But you don't think they can win?
I don't think they can win without.
By the way, I don't think they can either. That's not a knock on Philadelphia. I know the point spread's gone bonkers wild in favor of Boston. They're double-digit favorites now. That's for the obvious reason that Joel Embiid's not playing, because the question now becomes, where do they get their scoring from?
Right.
James Harden has not had to be a scorer for this team because you've got the best scoring center in the league
Now
in Joel Embiid. Now you need James Harden to have a Houston James Harden kind of game.
You got to have
30, 15, and 8, something like that.
Yes, and we don't know if he's capable of doing that now. Because he hasn't been doing that for the course of the season, and now he has to step up his game and be that type of James Harden again.
Yeah.
I don't see him putting out that type of game again.
I do know somebody who knows, if I may, just real quick. Hey, Candy? Yeah, it's Craig. I've been well, thanks. Yeah, when you were giving James a lap dance this weekend, did he appear to be ready to go for game one? Uh-huh. Oh, okay. No, I love you too. Okay. Not, that way. Okay.
You love her
Bye.
too?
Yeah.
So you know her personally.
She's pre-med. What I mean, that's
gotta get herself.
Yeah,
cool.
James Harden is so locked in on playoff basketball.
I bet
he was at a Vegas strip club this weekend, and I'm not making that up to take a shot on Philadelphia. It's just that the Philadelphia girls aren't attractive, so he had to go to Vegas to find a suitable woman to dance for him.
He needs
Don't
to
kill
relax.
the messenger.
Come on.
He wanted to relax, get his mind ready for this tough series because he knew Embiid.
You ain't got to fly to Vegas to get that, Timmy. There's a place 3 blocks from here you can get that.
It's 3 blocks from here.
Yes.
Not in Philly.
He could drive to New York.
Well, maybe he wanted to go to Vegas. It's nothing wrong with that.
But no one goes to Vegas to relax.
He could have been.
He wasn't.
I will say this:
you never know.
The greatest massage I've ever gotten in my life came from a Brazilian dwarf at the Phoenician. It's true. I mean.
Oh no! Continue.
He had such strong hands.
You said he.
He. It was the greatest massage I've ever gotten in my life. True story.
Beautiful.
At the Venetian in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, I don't remember his name. I wish I did, but I miss him dearly. In any event, that's James. What? Why am I talking? James Harden's getting lap dances. I can't get a massage from a little person Brazilian? I did. I liked it. I'm not ashamed of it either. In any event, the Sixers have no chance of winning this series.
Perfect transition.
If Joel Embiid doesn't play. Is that fair?
I think game 1 and 2, yes, I think it's going to be tough for them to win.
Yes, now, and there's no guarantee
but
he's back.
That's why they play the game.
Listen, if you told me that Philly kept this game closer to the second half, yeah, maybe. Maybe.
But the way Boston has been playing now.
The way Boston played against Atlanta makes you think.
Exactly.
You can't trust the Celtics,
and they might relax because Joel is not playing these first 2 games, too. So they might be thinking, something else, but they can't. They got to come out and take care of business because anything can happen.
I mean, this should be a 20-point rout for Boston. If it's not, then maybe Philly goes into game 2 with a little more hope.
Yes.
I mean, that's all it's going to be, though, is hope. Because if Embiid isn't playing, they cannot win the series.
No, they cannot win.
We're on the same page on that, right?
We're on the same page with that.
All right. We get ready for that. And, of course, the big NBA news that everyone's all pumped up about is the fact that Golden State goes into Sacramento, worst road team in basketball. Not in the postseason, they were. They won a couple games on the road, but they win Game 5. Go ahead, throw the jersey out there, Timmy, behind Steph Curry's 50. 50. That's right, which is now a record all-time in the history of the NBA for a Game 7.
You see my lights?
Yeah, you got your lights.
In fairness, it is the show colors.
You got your lights.
Hey, you know what? Stop hating.
I'm not.
Stop hating.
How am I hating?
Because our Warriors is going to beat your
Slow
Lakers.
down.
See,
Slow down.
there you go. See, you're hating again.
It's fandom. That's all it is fandom.
But yeah, this is going to be one of the best series in basketball.
Let me ask you this. Outside of the obvious, LeBron James, Steph Curry, am I right in saying the matchup that will dictate the winner of the series is more Kevon Looney against Anthony Davis?
Yes.
And not from a scoring standpoint. AD is going to outscore Looney.
No
He's
question.
an offensive powerhouse.
Right.
But Looney on the glass. is the only guy in that Warrior team. No disrespect to Draymond Green, he's different.
Right.
Kevon Looney can match Anthony Davis when it comes to rebounds.
And throw all the regular season stuff out.
Yeah.
It's playoff basketball now. And Looney is a proven veteran of playoff basketball. AD and a champion.
Yeah.
And AD isn't just there yet. You know, as a proven consecutive champion.
Right, or a guy that you can trust game after game.
Game after game. Looney is. So, you know,
and they're different. Like, you know, the Warriors don't ask Looney to score. No. And he doesn't need to score, obviously.
They just
Anthony Davis has to score.
Yeah, Anthony Davis has to score.
Yes.
He has to stay out of foul trouble. He has to rebound the ball. He has to keep Looney off the glass. He has to do his job in order for the Lakers to win.
I just say when you match them up, if you even want to give me it's a wash between
no contest.
You know, Steph Curry and you know Clay and LeBron and Anthony Davis from a point total, Golden State's better everywhere else.
No question.
Right, I mean, they're just a better team. They match their depth. They match their athleticism.
Yes.
They can score from the outside better than anybody.
Better than anybody.
Right. So even if those two guys aren't shooting the rock well, and Clay did not have a great shooting series, you know, Wiggins is a threat. You know, Jordan Poole, if he ever decides to show up and earn the bag that he got. Like they have so much more depth. No disrespect to what the Lakers have done and getting good performances from Austin Reeves and from Hoochie Mama, and D'Angelo Russell, right? But the reality is that Golden State, after the obvious two guys, are a better team than the Lakers are.
Yes.
Doesn't mean they're going to win. Just means that they're the better team.
They're the better team. They have better chemistry than the Lakers have. They have better scores than the Lakers have. And, you know, I think Jordan Poole is going to have a really good series. I think Draymond Green is going to, you know, be like a triple-double again.
Yeah.
I think Klay Thompson, he's playing against his hometown
It's going to be
team.
great.
It's going to be
great. I can't
series.
wait for it.
Wait for
that
it.
is, other than Knicks Heat, that is the series for all of us to watch, which brings us to the last 90 seconds of the show. And a little segment we like to call Like It or Spike It. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers loves free tickets.
Yes. And
I like it.
And I like free tickets too.
Yes.
Free is for
now, that's Aaron Rodgers at the Knicks game. But Aaron Rodgers also went to the Ranger game, and there's a guy sitting right behind him that nobody paid attention to because, Aaron Rodgers. He's there with Alan Lazard, his former teammate with Green Bay, and they're reunited now with the Jets. Do you guys have the video of him with the Ranger game or no? Be nice if we did. Because you've got Aaron Rodgers there, standing ovation, Alan Lazard, standing ovation, and right behind the two guys in a Ranger jersey, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, awesome.
How about that?
Awesome.
Yeah, my favorite cosmonologist.
Mine too.
Yes. Yeah. All right, so you don't really see Neil there so much, do you? You have to. Oh, there he is.
There he is. Right there. Time of his life.
Yeah, it's like stop looking for the camera there, Lazard. I want to see Neil deGrasse Tyson.
So Lazard, he gets free tickets because of Aaron.
Yes.
And who's giving Neil deGrasse Tyson his tickets?
Without Aaron, no free tickets.
Not to a playoff game. Not to a playoff game. And speaking of Ranger games, tonight is another Game 7. Rangers, Devils. Let's hope the Rangers win that one. I know nothing about it, but I'm gonna go with the Rangers.
I got so much.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy. Let's go face to face. I embrace debate. I don't make mistakes. I just make my case. Drop spike when I'm done. One more can I say? Not bite to my tongue. I don't like the taste. I'm on and I'm on and I own my opponent. I'm always in the zone. Need a zone out of zone and then we could get it poppin'. Pick the topic if you watch and skip and shine and skip and hoppin'. Took these sports and made them say alright. Undisputed.
Steph Curry turns in a performance for the ages. Good morning, everybody. This is Undisputed. Welcome in. I'm Jen Hale. That's Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Gentlemen, how are we today?
A lot better than Memphis. A lot better than Memphis.
I'd say you are, but we're going to find out just how good Steph and company are. Let's see how Steph can do against LeBron James without KD riding shotgun this time. Let's see how that works.
I'm not going to let you poo-poo that man virtuoso.
Oh.
That was a virtuoso.
Really?
Virtue.
I got to get a new
Big
TV.
V.
I got to get a new
Big
one.
V.
Really?
Big V.
Okay. You got all that stuff up there in Bel Air. I don't have your wide screens.
Yeah,
I can't see.
Well, you need to get a new TV.
I do.
Well, you need to come to Fox. They got like 100
Do
screens.
they? Okay. I should come up here.
And watch the game. Yeah, you should.
Guys, let's start right there this morning because, Skip, I got to tell you, some people are saying this was a Jordan-esque performance from Steph.
Above.
He scored 50 points in the Warriors' 120-100 victory over the Kings yesterday. It is the most points ever scored in a Game 7. Curry finishes 20 of 38 from the field, 7 of 18 from 3. All right, Shannon, you first. How impressive was Steph?
No one in the history of the NBA has ever scored 50 points in a Game 7. Is that impressive? Because I remember somebody was touting about how somebody scored 48 in a Game 7 in an OT. He didn't need OT. You remember the toenail game?
Yeah.
Dominique got 47. In those two performances, they came up on the short end of the stick. Now, here's what made it so impressive. Andrew Wiggins was the next highest scorer. He had 17 points on 5 of 16 shooting, 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Okay, how about the other Splash brother? He was 4 of 19, 2 of 10. And the Warriors got 18 points from their bench. So every point that they needed from Steph. He had never, ever shot the ball this many times in a ball game.
Now, that's an interesting stat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up. Keep on going.
Okay.
Now you're hot.
Yeah, so Steph Curry made 20 shots. His teammates made 23. Wow. Voila. Let there be light. Skip, at some point in time, we've got to give the man the credit that he's due. And I understand that there have been other historically great players. But what Steph did yesterday, whatever praise and adulation you want to heap, is more than deserved. Because yesterday was a virtuoso for Steph Curry. Because you have said so many times, in moments like this, he's come up small. Game 7 against in the 2016 finals, where was Steph?
Well, where was he? Can you help me?
No.
No, I'd like to know.
You know what? That's over. He can't do anything else about that. But what he can do in this Game 7, how about 8 rebounds? Could I interest you in that for a 6-3 guard?
Good.
What about 6 assists and 1 turnover?
It was very good.
Yeah.
That might be the best stat on his line is the 1 for 1 turnover. Handling the ball as much as he did and turned it over 1 time, that is sensational.
So Steph Curry, first quarter, he had 10 points on 4 of 6. Second quarter, 10 points, 4 of 9. Third quarter, 14, 5 of 12. Fourth quarter, 16 points, 7 of 11. So I don't really know what else he could have done.
Game close in the fourth quarter?
Why wasn't it close? Why wasn't it close? I mean, if you're going to tell the story, tell the story.
Is it my turn?
No.
I can go. I can really go.
No, you keep saying the game. You said the game wasn't close. I need you to tell the story in its entirety.
Yes, I will. I'm about to when you give me the floor.
Because he had 30 points in the second half. That's why the game wasn't close. Because every time they tried to do something, Steph Curry would shoot it down. Skip, look, Andrew Wiggins had played great up until this game, Game 7. Clay was playing good up until this game, Game 7. Steph had to do what he had.
woke up a bunch of them. I'll tell you what, you're lucky he's out there, too, or you wouldn't have made it this far. Crafty bastards. Mean as hell. You can handle them as long as it gets to them when they're still small. You don't want to wake up the big one.
How big is it?
It's bigger. It wiped out his whole family. Kong's the last of his kind, but he's still growing. And you better hope he does. Because the Iwi say once Kong goes, then the big one comes up. And it's good night, Irene.
Listen, there's a refueling team coming to the north end of the island in 3 days.
You should come with us.
To the north end of the island.
We're gonna get out of here.
In 3 days?
Yes.
You can't get to the north end in 3 days. It's impossible. That's it. No way. At least not on foot. That is one ugly-ass bird.
Dear Billy.